Our turret has been destroyed.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Wiped out. Launch attack. Okay.
Hey, not bad.
Your team destroyed the turret. Attack.
Come on, Dexter. We deserve the spotlight!
The falling stars brought us here.
Test. Alpha is on.
Uranus has awakened. To a young heart, everything is fun.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! Migaka!
Leave now, intruder! Nothing can destroy celestial palace or me.
Our turret is under attack! First blood! An enemy has been slain! An enemy has been slain! You have been slain! Enemy double kill! An enemy has been slain! An enemy has been slain! Ally has been slain! Migaka! You have been slain.
Must recharge.
An
All intruders shall be expelled.
Our turret is under attack.
Slain.
Double kill. Triple kill. Shut down. Launch attack.
The master wants us.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
You and my master are much alike.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
All of your efforts are in vain. All intruders shall
Mega kill. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. You have been slain. An ally
Our
has been
turret is under attack.
You and my master are much alike.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing. Shut down. Enemy double kill. Shut down. Double kill. An enemy has been
team
slain.
destroyed
Wiped
a
out.
turret.
Good game.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Killing spree.
Wiped out.
Victory!
set a fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes with grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Break every boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop our restraint. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and reign. Atlas, winning is madness. Count us for practice. That is his match. Just we are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, we won't let us sway. S-E-A-C the world. Mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Start a fight, blessed with tears and pride. Ready for the battle cry, with a mighty stride. War against the heavens, set a fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes with grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. our restraint. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and reign. Battle like Atlas, winning with madness. Count us to practice, status is matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us win. S-E-A-C the world. Mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the world by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the world by storm. Time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Start a fight, blessed with tears and pride. Ready for the battle cry, with our mighty stride. War against the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this battleground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see. We are legends stepping on the ground. No time to waste, striving to conquer. Face the foes, great grace. Be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Break every boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and reign. Battle like Atlas, winning with madness. Count us to practice, status is matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us win. S-E-A-C the world. Mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line. The choice is yours. Offense or defense. Let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for heaven, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see. We are legends stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, break grace, be the challenger. It's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Break every boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop or restrain. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and man. Battle on Atlas, winning with madness. Count us to practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Fatal links. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us win. S-E-A-C the world. Mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage roar. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Start a fight, blessed with tears and pride. Ready for the battle cry with a mighty stride. It's the heavens, set the fire to the sky. Keep burning.
Greetings everyone! From June 5 to June 17, the MSC Guest event will be available in the esports channel in-game. Just log into the game and cheer for your team. Once you've made a guess correctly, you will gain a lot of MSC coins as a rewards.
You can use the MSC coins to redeem a brand new Atlas Rune Sentinel epic skin, a MSC exclusive avatar border, emotes, and past MPL skins like Jawhead, Space Explorer,
and Claude Earth's Mightiest.
Don't wait, join the event now.
How are the matches, everyone? From the 5th to 10th of June, the MSC Guest event will be in full swing in-game.
Join the event and you can make your guesses on who will emerge the victorious as champion team.
If your guess is correct, you will be handsomely rewarded with 1,000 MSC coins. You can exchange the coins for the brand new epic Atlas skin, Rune Sentinel.
A 2023 MSC exclusive avatar border, emotes, and past MPL skins like Jawhead, Space Explorer, and Claude Earth's Mightiest.
More rewards are waiting for you. Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate.
It's time to get them.
That's right everyone! From June 17 to June 18, as long as you log into the game, you can claim MSC Banner of Morale and the corresponding MSC coin rewards.
Use the coins you have to redeem brand new epic skin Atlas Rune Sentinel,
a 2023 MSC exclusive avatar border, emotes, and past MPL skins like Jawhead, Space Explorer,
and Claude Earth Mightiest. There will be other rich rewards waiting for
the event now.
Join the MSC Carnival and enjoy the event now.
Every boundary and chain, ain't nothing can stop our restraint. We are a force to be reckoned with. Death in the kingdom and live. Atlas winning with madness, counter for practice. That is his match. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray.
Malaysia.
It's Mirko from Indonesia.
Good morning, I'm Mickey. Bobby Peter Campuchia.
Here from California.
الله تعالى وبركاته. معكم منعاد من المغرب. أعزائي المشاهدين معكم يكسف من العراق.
Sam Diablo from IGSG.
ข้อยชื่อเอจิมาจากประเทศลาว Sky TV from Echo Philippines.
I'm Yawi from Echo Philippines.
I am Raime from Pine Esport. I am from Myanmar.
I'm Chma, one of the junglers in Cambodia.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جمهور موبايل ليجند الكريم منورين أحلى عيلة وأحلى جمهور في الدنيا.
And I just want to tell you guys all to get hype and to get excited for MSC 2023.
All the underdogs are coming from across the world to go and compete against the pros, against the favorites.
With that being said, hashtag see the world and hashtag roar for MSC.
Roar for MSC.
And foto dah buat betul-betul and langgar semua betul-betul, alright?
Hashtag roar for MSC. Hashtag see the world.
وشموت على الجميع. Roar for MSC and see the world.
Hashtag roar for MSC. Hashtag see the world. GG RG.
Roar for MSC and see the world.
And Shark, I know you're hungry for first place.
Outplay them, outclass them, outstyle them. Let's go get them, boys.
Türkiye şampiyonasını güzel bir şekilde kazandık. Umarım MSC'de güzel şeyler yapacağız.
See the world, roar for MSC.
Don't forget to watch us in MSC.
I hope you support us on MSC.
See the world and roar for MSC.
It's time to roar for MSC and hashtag see the world.
Big difference sebab dekat M4 nampak macam diorang ada identity crisis. They're not sure how they want to play the game. They're not sure who's going to be the carry, what kind of rotation that we're going to use.
Contohnya macam Momo cover lebih daripada satu role, Ciku juga lebih daripada 2 role sekalipun di cover. Jadi ini membuatkan pasukan tu terlalu, boleh saya katakan sedikit berselaru, hilang identiti.
Lapan digugurkan ketika ini. Sedih, ya. Kecewa, ya. Tapi apa lagi yang perlukan? Apa lagi yang kita kurang sebenarnya untuk membawa jalur gemilang ke Grand Final di peringkat yang lebih tinggi?
But for this season, like you said, they're very focused. Chiku, you only play gold lane. Chiku, you only think about how we're going to win. And everyone else is going to provide the coverage for Chiku guys. So for this season, it's definitely different where they're very focused on their own style of play, which is the Langga playstyle. But now it's almost like the lawan balik kind of Langga, where you're trying to make the opponent fight you and then you win the fight eventually.
Bila player dengan coach Filipin masuk ni, dia lain sikit daripada kebiasaan kita orang buat lah. Selalu dia lebih kepada disiplin.
At first, it's hard because of the language. There are those times that I cannot understand them and they cannot understand me. But me and Jim figured it out like, okay Jim, I will tell you the instructions, then you translate it to them. So that's what happened. That's why our work get easier because of it.
Kemasukan Coach BF saya rasa dia lebih ke arah disiplin lah. Sebab kita orang ni tak ada disiplin sangat. So bila dah ada dia ni, kita orang lebih ke arah disiplin. And ingatlah motif kita nak main dan tujuan kita main sebab
Chiku before he entered Toda. So I've known him for a while now, and I feel like he really did not change much. And yes, he is comfortable on camera, but he's more comfortable in stream. So maybe the viewers online are not as intimidating as the viewers in person.
Perbezaannya yang you telah dapat di diri you sendiri?
Perbezaan? Dulu saya single, sekarang saya dah kahwin.
Kalau Ciku ni sebelum kahwin ni dia jenis kaki langgar, tak kisah kalau sebelum ni punis kan girlfriend dia kan, dia langgar je punis tu. Sekarang ni dah kahwin tu dia macam okey ni wife aku kena jaga dia tak langgar dah. Itu Ciku lah.
I think he's an absolute legend. I think that he really pushes the agenda and he really knows how to test the limits, or at the very least very situationally aware of what he's capable of on a particular marksman. Although the meta has shifted and Chiku has definitely changed roles, he has to evolve with the times. I feel that Chiku is still at the age where he's adaptable, but age is eventually going to catch up to him at some point. We just don't know when.
Kalau bagi saya, selagi saya rasa saya boleh main, walaupun tak macam orang lain kan, macam kalau main macam fast hand main. Tapi bagi saya benda tu tak penting, dia lebih ke arah on point lah. So selagi saya boleh on point kan benda-benda yang penting, selagi tu saya akan main lah. Kalau dah sampai masa memang tak boleh, stop lah.
Pasukan Tonton meneruskan dinasti mereka. 4 berbalas kosong, 3 kali juara MPL lainnya.
Season ni ramai orang yang toksik, ramai orang yang maki, kata suruh keluar Toda, Moon dengan Ciku suruh keluar Toda apa semua. But in the end of the day, kita masih dapat buat lah. So bersyukur saya sangat kepada Allah SWT yang memberi kita orang kawan-kawan yang macam family macam ni. So alhamdulillah sangat-sangat lah.
See the set a fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground, no time to waste. Striving to conquer, face the foes, great grace. Be the challenger, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Hey, 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 hey. Break every boundary and chain. Ain't nothing can stop our restraint. We are a force to be reckoned with. Destiny, kingdom, and man. Battle like Atlas, winning with madness. Count us for practice, that is his matchless. We are the heroes here to slay. Never back down, never astray. Fatal length. Sink or swim. Match by match, day by day. Determination, they won't let us sway. S-E-A-C the world. Mission to conquer. S-E-A-C the world. We are warriors. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for new heights, it's time to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. Start a fight, blessed with tears and pride. Ready for the battle cry, with a mighty stride. War against the heavens, set a fire to the sky. Keep burning bright, keep the allies and enemies mesmerized. Strive for domination. Feel the pressure rising. Fight with your life and for your nation. With your devotion, emotion. Lay it on the line, the choice is yours. Offense or defense, let the courage war. Reaching for new heights, it's up to soar. Now or never, time to rise. We will strive for more. Take the globe by storm, time to see the world. To the land of dawn as we see the world. We're fighting to build a legacy in this better ground for kings. We're here to show the world that we're the chosen one that brings the heat, the passion, the heart, the soul, and the fury. Show it all, let the world see we are legends. Stepping on the ground.
Oke, Assalamualaikum, selamat siang dan selamat datang semuanya kembali di MSC 2023 Knockout Day. Di hari yang pertama, untuk di hari ini akhirnya kita akan melihat siapa yang akan pulang lagi untuk kelanjutan dari turnamen MSC 2023 See the World.
Yap, itu dia. Pastinya ini kita bertiga di sini ada Pak Pulung, ada Lim Kocul dan juga bersama dengan Om Mawa.
Betul.
Dan seperti yang Pulung bilang, ini gak ada lower bracket, Lung.
Gak ada.
Knockout stage.
Yep.
Kalah
pulang, menang lanjut aja pokoknya.
Dan kita ada di bracket sebelah kiri dulu. Kalau
kita di
teman-teman
kiri
lihat
dulu ya.
Dari mungkin ada informasi yang kalian dapat dari poster, itu kita jalanin sebelah kiri dulu teman-teman.
Kita di kiri dulu nih ya. Berarti tidak akan ada pertandingan untuk tim Indonesia di hari ini. Karena besok ada pertandingnya. Plus kalian pun bisa langsung menyaksikan di TVRI Sport ya. Jadi buat teman-teman mungkin yang kuotanya udah asyakratul maut, udah di ujung tanduk, yang kalau memang mau ngambil wifi tetangga juga nggak tahu passwordnya, tenang. TVRI Sport adalah solusinya.
Betul. Ya, kapan lagi nih ya?
Dari Sabang sampai Merauke, Om.
Ada di sana.
Ada TVRI.
Liatin
Sapa
kita
dulu
sekarang.
kali ya.
Kita sapa dulu.
Sapa dulu kali ya.
Halo, selamat siang,
Ya,
selamat
kamu.
sore. Mungkin ada perbedaan waktu, udah sore belum sih?
Belum.
Sekarang jam 2. Mungkin perbedaan sejam. Selamat sore.
Sore, bisa.
Selamat siang.
Selamat sore kawan-kawan yang ada di WIT.
Ya, WIT ya. Oke lah kalau begitu teman-teman. Hari ini kita bertiga yang akan memandu jalanan pertandingan, akan ada 2 match di hari ini. Best of 5 series ya Om ya.
5
Berubah
ya.
nih.
5
Berubah.
ya.
Kalau kemarin di grup stage kita ngelihat ada best of 3 series, tapi di hari ini akan ada best of 5 series. Tapi tidak akan ada upper bracket, tidak akan ada lower bracket. Sambil menunggu kesiapan dari para player dan juga pertandingan yang akan kita segera mulai. Kalian pun tuh kan atau ada saran-saran kan.
Nah.
Bang baiknya match ke depannya begini-begini. Nah ini udah ada nih QR code-nya. Silakan.
Di sebelah saya ya, jadi kalian
Silakan.
bisa langsung scan aja dan kalian isi nih survei dari QR code ini ya.
Ya, kalian masukkanlah saran-saran kalian di situ, keluh kesah, apalagi ya curhat mungkin bisa
Ya,
juga.
gitu. Ya. Oh yang berhubungan dengan Mobile Legends.
Iya, awas kalian udah nge-QR itu udah kalian scan, tahu-tahu kalian cuma min 1 ROM nih, ada nggak di
Wah, kalau nyari partian di sana sih, biar tolong diulang lagi gitu videonya gitu.
Dia nyari partian di situ gimana? Tandain akunnya, kita cari itu.
Kita cari, kita report sampai harus main klasik dulu dia baru bisa main rank ya.
Oke, di hari ini akan ada pertandingan untuk RSGSG. Di match yang pertama itu harus menghadapi langsung tuan rumah.
Ya,
tim
Burn
tuan
X
rumah Burn X Place. Lalu nantinya akan ada Blacklist International versus Fireflag Impunity.
Tuh ya, dua-duanya memang belum ada tim Indonesia akan main ya, karena itu akan main di hari esok kawan-kawan.
Betul.
Tapi ini seru juga kenapa? Karena single elimination. Jadi kalian kenapa harus nonton? Kalian bisa jadi saksi nih, siapa yang pulang duluan.
Saya kira Lima ngomongin dulu.
Apa tuh?
Karena hari ini tuh ada pemain Indonesia yang main.
Ada.
Iya,
Tapi ada untuk player Indonesianya
ada.
Player Indonesianya ada.
Betul.
Tapi untuk tim Indonesianya
Besok.
belum ada. Besok.
Besok.
Karena sekarang udah hari Kamis ya.
Kamis.
Besok Jumat, Sabtu, Minggu selesai. Wah, sebentar lagi.
Makanya udah dikit. Jadi
dikit
jangan
banget.
sampai kelewatan nih teman-teman. Harus dipastiin kalian nonton sampai kelar ya.
Ya. Ini udah hari ini 2 pertandingan, besok 2 pertandingan, besoknya lagi udah semifinal.
3 tuh.
Wah.
Sabtu 3 bukan?
Sabtu 3.
Sabtu 3 match.
Sabtu 3 tuh untuk memperebutkan ada tiket ke babak grand final, di mana nanti di hari Minggu akan ada grand final. Tapi untuk sekarang teman-teman semua yang di sana juga sedang ada nih. Ya, preparation untuk opening. Jadi seperti apa openingnya? Langsung saja kita lihat bersama-sama.
In this epic saga of strength and strategy, 8 teams have emerged from the depths of fierce competition, each with their eyes set on becoming the true kings of Southeast Asia. Now, as the sun sets on the land of John, we prepare to witness their final battles and see the world. Powered by Tonton and supported by Asus ROG, the official gaming phone. Welcome to MSC 2023 Knockout Stage. My name is Mara Aquino, your host, greeting everybody from across the globe and Cambodia. Ho Mui Mao! Cambodia! Ho Mui Mao! I already love the energy that you guys are showing, and you're gonna love what you're about to witness in the next few days. Because this cruel knockout stage is set for epic confrontations, as it will be a single elimination bracket. One mistake, and you will be sunk by the rising tide. Now, all the matches will be a best of 5, except for the grand finals, where it will be a best of 7. Now, the first matchup today will be between the unwavering Singaporean rulers, RSG Slate SG, going up against the hometown heroes, Burn X Flash. How will RSG withstand the Cambodian storm? And could the hometown team conquer the opponent's unfamiliar meta? Now, before we go back to our game, let's see the crowd's energy. Let's feel their support. So, Ravi, are you ready to help us out with that?
Of course, Mara, I'm ready to rock and roar MSC. And now I believe that the crowd are ready to rock the stage. So now I really want to know that who is the big fans of GG or SG and Burn X Flash. So now, who is the big fan? Some ho GG RSG មួយមកអូខេអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាសូមថាតាមខ្ញុំថា GG អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាថា RSG GG 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 អូខេឥឡូវនេះយើងបានឃើញហើយ fan របស់ GG RSG ច្រើនមែនទែននៅក្នុង hall នេះឥឡូវនេះយើងចង់ដឹងថាតើអ្នកណាគឺជា fan របស់ Cambodia Burn X Flash សូមហៅឲ្យ Burn X Flash មួយមក Wow, I love it សូមថាតាមខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នា Burn X Flash Burn X Flash Burn X Flash Burn X Flash
I love it. The energy here is through the roof. Now, I'm going to direct your attention to the big windows at the players' room. You will see them on the far left-hand side of the stage and on the far right. So for the first time in MLBB tournaments, we get to see all the players prepare and get ready for each and every game. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time to start the first day of MSC 2023 knockout stage, where legends are forged and history is written. So casters, join us and take us to see the world.
Terima kasih Miss Mara, terima kasih juga Babang Rabi ya tadi namanya saya kalau nggak salah ya. Keren loh, Rizwan keren. Burn X Flash.
Itu home crowdnya yang ngeri home crowdnya.
Iya home crowdnya kacau tadi ya, tuan rumah lah. Yang pasti yang nonton kan anak Kamsi kan. Anak kampung situ.
Bisa. Oh iya.
Bisa.
Kalau sini ya sini.
Itu berarti benar.
Iya anak kampung situ. Tapi Miss Mara dan juga Rabi terima kasih di sana udah langsung take over, nge-handle ya. Tapi buat teman-teman semua juga bisa nih nge-take over secara langsung. Satu skin yang sangat luar biasa, Atlas. Tuh lihat skinnya, MSC. Udah pada punya, Om? Udah punya?
Udah dong, jelas.
Udah punya?
Udah dong.
Akhirnya udah punya. Kemarin 2 hari yang lalu kamu belum punya.
Wah.
Diamond saya dipalak. Diamond saya dipalak.
2 hari yang lalu belum punya.
Saya bela-belain, pokoknya harus punya ini karena keren banget dan teman-teman juga harus punya ya. Kenapa? Karena ini dari efek bantingan Fataling itu keren banget.
Keren banget, kacau. Nih dari tanggal 5 Juni sampai dengan 18 Juni 2023, kamu wajib banget punya MSC Pass untuk bisa mendapatkan langsung skin Atlas terbaru yang namanya apa? Rune Sentinel.
Betul, dan juga ya masih ada lagi sebenarnya untuk misi-misi yang lain ya.
Betul.
Yang bisa kalian jalankan nanti. Gitu. Kalian bisa tukar nanti jadi ada skin Joehead Space Explorer tuh yang bisa terbang-terbang.
Saya punya.
Punya ya, udah ya.
Ada putih-putihnya dikit.
Iya, saya punya tuh.
Leomord juga punya kan, Triumph Eagle. Cloud Earth Mighty ya, banyak sih sebenarnya.
Ya pokoknya bukan sombong, bukan gimana, gak usah dua-duaan juga lah.
Saya sering melihat Anda ngeposting gak sengaja gitu biasanya. Ini sengaja beli gak kalau yang ini?
Aduh kepencet. kepencet mulu.
Kepencet kemarin gak cukup deh.
Gue gak enak tuh, gue sering banget kepencet. Kok dapet lagi kemarin Pakito tuh 6.000 diamond habis kepencet.
Kepencet ya?
Ya kepencet.
Ini orang sombong sesungguhnya.
Langsung ya.
Saya tahu rumahnya kok karena.
dekat dengan saya, tapi nggak pernah ketemu, biar sebelahan.
Ya kan makanya definisi orang sombong sesungguhnya. Emang begitu, namanya papulung ya teman-teman.
Plus nantinya kalian juga nih yang udah selalu menyaksikan MSC, yang sudah menonton MSC di hari yang pertama, jangan lupa digaungkan juga hashtag See The World-nya teman-teman. Karena kan untuk sekarang ke MSC ini mungkin banyak juga yang bertanya-tanya di luar sana, Bang kok ada yang regional NA ya Bang ya? Bang kok ada yang regional MENA ya Bang ya? Makanya itu dengan hashtagnya See The World. Iya, kita gabungkan lah semuanya di situ. Korelasi ya bergabung lah semuanya di situ. Oh.
Sebenarnya gue pengennya kalau bisa berlanjut terus malah. Gitu.
Berlanjut terus ya?
Karena ya hitungannya kayak mini M series gitu.
Mini M series.
Betul.
Tapi bener-bener kerasa loh kayak crowdnya mereka, dan yang kalau dari gue suka karena di gameplaynya mereka tuh kadang ada yang tabrakan.
Betul.
Gitu. Jadi bawa meta masing-masing dari negaranya.
Nah ya, itu yang paling menarik memang ya kalau kita ngebahas meta-metanya nanti.
Betul.
Random seperti apa.
Nah itu dia. Jadi untuk sekarang kita akan lihat dulu nih. Ini mungkin yang dipertanyakan oleh teman-teman kemarin, jadi langsung saja ini dia.
Hello everyone and welcome to the knockout draw of MSC 2023. My name is Lafel and alongside with me, Mirko, and we'll be doing the draw for the knockout stage. Alright, so now I'm gonna draw out for number 1. Mirko, you may speak as I draw this one.
Here's the pressure, guys. Here's the pressure. Well, honestly, first seed or first team, I don't think there's a lot of pressure here, Lafel. You're all chill for now. I think most of the guns are going to be pointed at me when I draw the other teams. But here you go. First team. It's going to be RSG Slate Singapore. The first team drawn in to the knockout stage brackets.
Alright, so starting now, Mirko will proceed to seed number 2. So potentially the team, they'll be going up against RSG Slate Singapore. And it is going to be Burnex Flash.
Lafel's going to draw the second one. Now there's a little bit of pressure. Yeah, really. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, please. Blacklist International. Now it gets tough for me, bro. Oh, I don't want to do this. You want to swap again?
No, fam. I'm good. I drew Blacklist. My hand is something quite interesting. So seed number 2. As long as it's not Toda, then we should be in business here. So now, it is... Dude, I just said it! I'm so sorry, Toda, but Toda has to be moved to the third one. So, let's draw seat number 2.
We're going to redraw seat 2.
Seat 2 to see who's going up against Blacklist. Right now, reveal it to us. It is going to be Fireflux Impunity. So at this point, it's very clear-ish who is going to go where. Wait. We only have Onyx and Echo left.
Yes. Who's Todak gonna get, ladies and gentlemen? Lafel, the fate is on your hands, and it is Echo Philippines who will be going up against Todak. So the last match, we know who's it gonna be, but we're already gonna see. Let's see Lafel unveil it. Wow, it's Onyx from Indonesia. What a surprise! Who would have ever thunk? I'll draw the next one, Lafel.
The one is going up against Onyx. It is going to be EVO's Legend. So a repeat of MLID. Either way, that is it from us. My name is Lafel.
My name is Mirko.
We will see you guys in the knockout stages. And again, we're very sorry.
Yap, jadi untuk di hari ini setelah tadi kita melihat bagaimana proses drawingnya yang banyak banget orang di luar sana ngomong settingan, ya emang di setting.
Itu di
ya emang di setting kan, lightingnya, letak kameranya. Kalau nggak di setting itu semua berantakan, Om.
Betul.
Iya kan,
sekali.
jadwal di hari ini RSG. RSG akan langsung melawan Burnex Flash dan Blacklist International akan melawan Fireflux Impunity. Ini udah dikasih kejelasan kayak begitu aja ya. Orang-orang di luar sana juga kadang masih banyak juga yang kayak seuzon, berburuk sangka apa. Ini mah settingan, tim Indo ketemu tim Indo, bla bla bla.
Ya kan di setting nanti kan lampunya.
Tapi bener-bener emang semuanya emang di setting. Lampunya, letak kameranya,
meja.
mic-nya biar suaranya ada, mejanya, ininya, itunya gitu.
Lagian kan kelihatan banget itu yang terakhir gak sih?
Apa?
Itu dua-duanya kan memang tadi drawing yang terakhir ya.
Iya, terus banyak juga ini akhirnya menjawab nih. Ini akhirnya menjawab pertanyaan orang di luar sana. Bang, kok
drawing?
Pas drawing bracketnya tim-tim Filipina kok kepisah? Kok berada seberang-seberangan?
Betul.
Lihat aja tadi kan berurutan kan, diambil dihabisin yang kiri dulu, baru yang kanan dulu. Ternyata yang di kiri ini, yang pertama itu kan diambil yang juara 1 dulu adalah RSG. Yang kedua ternyata Blacklist. Kalau yang pertama tadi mungkin di sini Eko terus keduanya Blacklist, bisa aja mereka satu bracket kan?
Bisa.
Tapi ternyata yang pertama RSG, yang kedua adalah Blacklist.
Betul.
Lalu yang di seberangnya mau nggak mau tim PH ya, jadi bertemunya berseberangan.
Jadi di cross juga dan tadi itu Blacklist ketemu dengan Todak cuman karena mereka memang satu grup jadi gak boleh. Jadi Todaknya dipindah ke grup yang kanan atas.
Benar. Karena satu grup yang sama itu nggak boleh ketemu di babak knockout ya. Cuman kalau beda grup itu tetap bisa ketemu. Makanya kita melihat tadi ada ya Indo ketemu Indo dan sebagainya ya.
Jadi ini dia nasib krusial RSG lawan pahlawan lokal. Lawan tim tuan rumah, lawan Burn X Flash yang pasti udah kaya akan dukungan. Penuh, Pak.
Full.
Yang satu pasti pendukung ya, pendukung, dan yang kedua kenyamanan gak sih Pak?
Kenyamanan, main di depan rumah sendiri, main di halaman sendiri gitu loh.
Itu bakal lebih enak lagi, tapi lawannya ini bukan tim yang mudah juga Pak, bukan tim yang bisa dibilang dianggap remeh. Enggak, dia punya signature hero yang kuat, dia punya player dari Indonesia juga yang otomatis metanya juga udah mulai berkembang lagi dan bakal menarik banget menurut gue ini. Gak mungkin jadi game mudah.
Setuju sih, apalagi mereka sebenarnya ya dari RSG/SG ini sebenarnya mereka ada beberapa pemain mereka yang ini main di SEA Games kemarin. Dan kebetulan ya ketemunya juga dengan beberapa pemain dari Burn X Flash. Yang dimana waktu di sana hero-nya Diablo sih aku concern hari ini. Karena di ban semuanya kemarin itu dipaksa dia buat main BDDT waktu di SEA Games.
Ini Burn X Flash-nya aja ya yang sejauh ini tim-tim lawan RSG yang emang respect banget terhadap hero-hero yang dimiliki oleh Diablo gitu ya.
Betul, mereka
hilangin semua.
Mereka banyak riset sebenarnya.
Iya.
Mereka ngeliatin yang mana yang gak cocok gitu atau yang bisa matain strategi lawan.
Wah, dan ini dia Marshall kita yang bertugas di hari ini. Red Shadow, John dan juga Alex masih belum berubah.
Masih
dari
sama
hari pertama sampai sekarang mereka masih bertugas.
Sampai beres kayaknya sih.
Iya, sampai beres sampai yang lain pulang masih di situ Marshallnya.
Iya. Dan ini dia untuk tim yang pertama RSG Sled Singapore.
Sedap. Ini dia RSG pun sudah memasuki dari MSC Arena dengan fans yang pastinya juga sudah hadir ke situ untuk langsung menyaksikan bagaimana jalannya pertandingan juga mendukung tim-tim idola mereka.
Wow, nih tim dengan draft yang sangat-sangat unik ya. Mereka banyak banget, bahkan Alpha Jungler pun dibawakan pertama kali oleh mereka di sini.
Akhirnya Alpha keluar di MSC ya. Akhirnya loh di sini loh. Luar biasa sekali mereka, tapi lawannya tim tuan rumah Burn X Flash.
Nah, seperti yang tadi udah Om Mawa bilang juga, sempat bertemu dari beberapa playernya di ajang SEA Games sebelumnya. Dan ini menjadi pembuktian juga bagi mereka apakah masih terpuruk atau bisa untuk naik ke peringkat yang lebih jauh.
Ini dia deretan-deretan pemain dari Burn X Flash. Mereka langsung tos-tosan di situ. Nah, Burn X Flash teriakannya terlihat tadi.
Burn X Flash.
Burn X Flash. Tadi kan kelihatan kan siap. Biasa, kalau pemain udah masuk ini dia waktunya untuk coach dan juga analis. Dia akan memasuki dari MSC Arena. Ada Head Marshal Kun, Kuja, Smith dan juga Skizy.
Pastinya ini transisi yang menarik ya dari RSG Sled sendiri menurut gua. Dengan sebelumnya kita tahu coachnya juga dari Indonesia berarti ya. Dan udah transisi dengan coach yang asli dari timnya sebelumnya. Tapi performanya menaik terus. Gimana ini Om? Transisi coach kayak gini.
Saya transisinya ini kalau aku ngelihatnya dari Kuja, jadi dia lebih prefer untuk ngasih hero-hero nyaman buat anak-anak ini. Hero yang comfort banget. Yang kita tahu lah, hero-nya Diablo apa sih gitu, ini apa gitu kan. Khalid misalnya, Badang. Tapi dia ngasih aja gitu. Karena dia percaya banget ini kita bakal menangin lainnya di Experience. Kita bakal fokus buat yang lain. Dan tim line up Arash ini adalah tim yang menurutku juga lagi kuat-kuat banget. Oki, Bray, Diablo, Roy dan juga Lucian Ikuti. Kita tahu dari Bray sendiri dengan Fredrin dia belum pernah terkalahkan. Masih 100% win rate.
Masih 100% namanya.
Betul.
Itu luar biasa dan di situ terlihat ada dua player Indonesia ya, ada Oki dan juga Lucian. Kitty. Yang mungkin bertanya apa memang di RSG ada pemain Indonesia ada. Dua, roamernya dan juga god lanernya.
Benar. Dan sebenarnya kalau kita membahas soal Diablo ya, orang tuh udah tahu sebenarnya dia mau pakai apa Om. Udah tahu, tapi pertanyaannya mau dilepas, mau di-ban atau mau di-counter?
Karena kalau di-ban mahal.
Itu dia.
Yes, dari Burn X Flash, Donut, Cema, ATM, Siket dan juga D7 ini. Ya pemain yang memang ya udah punya nama lah semuanya juga. Dan kita tahu ini adalah duel di gold lane nantinya. Antara Donut juga ini adalah pemain luar ya. Dari PH.
Yang menarik sebenarnya di gold lane-nya ini Om. Timnya itu satu dari Singapura, satu dari Kamboja. Gold lane-nya sama-sama nggak dari sana Om. Dari region yang lebih beda dari timnya. Dan itu menarik banget. Apalagi kita udah melihat kemarin performa dari Oki ya. Oki di bagian gold lane-nya itu benar-benar kuat banget dan itu bakal keren sih.
Sementara itu dengan deretan pemain yang sudah terlihat dan ini adalah graffiti yang ada di Kamboja.
I feel excited because we gonna face the strongest team from Cambodia, from Indonesia.
Only from Cambodia.
but now they are in Cambodia.
Keep the spirits burning, and the bright lights flashing through. The whole team is.
Although we did try our best to win, but it's fine, it's okay. It's good to experience that we fought on Nintendo and GG. Yeah.
armor មូលហេតុដែលពួកយើងចង់ revank ទៅ team outplay ពីព្រោះការព្រឹត្តិការណ៍ M4 ពួកយើងបានចាញ់ទៅលើ team គាត់ដែលយើងគិតពេលនោះយើងគិតថា team យើងអាចនឹងបដូរគាត់បានតែនៅពេលដែលយើងប៉ះគ្នានៅវគ្គ play off បែរជា team គាត់បដូរ team យើងវិញខ្ញុំចង់ប្រាំទៅហ៊ុនវិញនេះគឺជាទឹកដីរបស់ពួកយើងចាំមើលថាការប្រកួតខាងមុខអ្នកណាជាអ្នកដំណើរបាន
We will train more harder for later on.
I hope we have a good fight.
Good luck, and we will ban your hero Diablo.
Oke, itu dia video layout ya yang dari kita lihat sebelumnya pastinya tuh kayak Burn Express momen-momen menangnya mereka dari RSQ juga momen kemenangannya mereka dan kalau dilihat dari wajah-wajah pemain Burn Express nih Pak Pulung ya, kayaknya lagi pada ceria nih.
Lagi pada ceria karena mereka juga kemarin berhasil untuk memenangkan pertarungan yang cukup cepat juga ya. Akhirnya mereka sebagai tuan-tuan rumah, mereka menjalankan apa ekspektasi dari tiap fans yang ada di Kamboja sana. Makanya hari ini mereka juga berbunga-bunga lah. Dengan semangat baru lah.
Oke, dan ini untuk gold laner internal ranking kita. Ikuti masih ada di atas ternyata ya. Tapi ini sudah mulai ada perubahan juga di mana cewek Oki Donut ternyata menempati peringkat ke-34 yang akan tanding hari ini. Jadi gold lane-nya mungkin akan menjadi titik temu. Siapa yang akan bisa mendapatkan kemenangan untuk di match mereka. Dan jangan lupakan tadi ada statement yang sudah diberikan juga dari Coach Brunex Flash. Diablo! Apa? Hero kamu akan kami ban.
Hero kamu akan kami hilangkan.
Dan Diablo-nya waktu itu pernah bilang, kalau mau lihat saya pakai hero lain, ban dulu semua hero saya. Dan tapi kalau tiga-tiganya Om,
yang lain terlepas semuanya.
Itu dia Om.
Sepengetahuanku ya, waktu di SEA Games kemarin, Khalid Badang di ban di second ban phase. Kalau mau diambil, ambil di first ban phase.
Makanya kalau sampai di first ban itu kayak mahal banget.
Mahal banget kalau di first ban. Oke, dan ini adalah Donut sendiri, hero poolnya juga cukup luas sebenarnya ya dengan Leslie, Kari dan juga Cloud. Ini agak beda sebenarnya kalau kita melihat dari hero poolnya karena dari seberang dan mungkin dari Oki-nya sendiri hero poolnya dia itu lebih condong ke Beatrix pakainya.
Ntar ini Leslie nih loh, Leslie ini harus emang terus diwaspadain teman-teman. Ini silent but deadly dia kan. Diam sampai ke mid game udah tuh. Udah mulai tuh dia bersinar.
Apa belum? Jangan mengalihkan perhatian.
Waduh.
Apa ini Pak?
Apa tuh? On way Burn Express can make top 1. So I think our bonding is good. I think we can make it to the top 1 and we will do our best to get top 1 because we really don't want to win. They do want to win. Salah baca, don't want malah nggak mau. Mereka sangat ingin menang. Gitu ya.
Artinya Pak?
Apa?
Artinya?
Saya lupa Pak.
Tapi kalau gua nggak salah ya, kayaknya artinya ya, intinya dia mau berusaha untuk menjadi yang terbaik ya.
Betul Pak. Keren banget sih Om Wawa. Artinya apa?
Itu tadi udah diartikan sama Lim.
Saya nggak percaya, saya udah trust isu sama Lim.
Oh ada yang trust isu.
Ini yang harus lu percaya cuman ini Pak, head to head player nih.
Data nggak mungkin salah.
Betul.
Data nggak mungkin. Dari KDA-nya jelas jauh banget Oki dibandingkan dengan Donut. Ini bertolak belakang banget karena kemarin Archie SG ketika mereka bermain, mereka punya kombinasi antara Beatrix dan juga Novaria.
Yap.
Wah itu tembakan Astar Recall plus Renner Apati.
Kacau.
Ya, karena hitboxnya itu ya Om ya.
Jadi gede kan?
Jadi lebih gampang untuk kena.
Betul, naik jadi 200%, jadi 2 kali lipat.
Capek banget tuh ngadepin kayak gitu tuh, jarak jauh semua ya kan.
Pak. Mau diserang balik juga kejauhan.
Mau diserang juga jauh banget. Oke, dan ini adalah talent prediction akan mengarah kemana?
Waduh.
Oh begitu?
Loh, kok begitu?
Kenapa memangnya?
Nah, saya kira saya RS gitu. Kok jadi begitu ya? Tapi gak apa-apa lah.
Gak
Sama
apa-apa
aja
lah ya.
sebenarnya.
Sama aja lah
Sama
ya.
aja ya. Dua-duanya sebenarnya punya potensi buat bisa menang.
Jadi pertanyaan saya kepada Pak Pulung.
Apa itu?
Kenapa Om Wawa berekspres?
Lu nanyanya ke Om Wawa aja sekalian.
Begitu.
Kan Om Wawa yang milih.
Oh gitu ya. Ya kenapa?
Baru
Coba,
mulai
kenapa?
tensi gue udah naik nih heran ini.
Sabar dong.
Sabar.
Namanya juga meja panas.
Jadi kenapa nih? Coba dijelaskan dulu nih Burn Express.
Om Wawa.
Coba dijelaskan nih. Om Wawa silakan Om.
Burn Express ya, mungkin kekuatan dari home crowd kalau aku bisa bilang. Kalau Burn
Oke.
Express
Yep.
ya, dari Burn Express-nya. Dan juga mereka bisa main, mereka lebih cenderung main counter attack. Jadi mereka defense dulu, nerima damage-nya, begitu mereka udah sustain, mereka kebalikin dari sana.
Ya. Cukup setuju juga
Ya.
dengan yang apa Om mau bilang. Tipenya lebih ke
Defense.
scalingan dulu
Ya.
dia ya. Jadi di awal tuh kayak cari-cari farming dulu. Nanti di mid sampai late game-nya mungkin baru nih mulai bikin gerakan. Dan dari informasi yang gua dapat juga RSG ini menjadi tim yang punya kontrol turtle tuh gede banget loh di peringkat kedua.
Yap. Kalau Arashi Turtle, kalau dari Burn Express, Flash itu di Lord.
Iya.
Jadi memang mereka cukup bertolak belakang. Ini latihannya udah pakai badang by the way.
Nih bagus banget ya. Biasa mereka latihan dulu pakai ROG7 Pro.
Wah pantesan ya bisa kayak gitu ya
Itu
padahal
untuk
ya.
layar Super AMOLED ya kan. Terus refresh rate-nya juga sampai 165 Hz gitu. Makanya kalau main Fanny itu kabelnya kelihatan dengan sangat jelas. Tidak akan terlilit ke tubuh Fanny itu sendiri.
Itu tinju badang aja kelihatan semua tuh.
Itu tinju badang jelas terlihat. Nah, tuh bisa tek. Nah, tampil.
Yang enak sebenarnya aero active coolernya tuh.
Bikin adem mulu
tahan
kan.
jadikan tahan lama. Yang penting kan
Betul.
kuat tahan lama.
Yang adem. Untuk prosesornya adem terus juga. Udah enak jadinya.
Yap.
Ya kan sistem kerjanya gitu. Dah teman-teman. Ini dah RSGSG yang dan juga Class yang beberapa saat lagi udah akan langsung menjalankan pertandingan di mana mereka juga sudah bersiap-siap. Ini udah pakai headset pilotnya ya.
Headset pilot ya.
This is Captain Diablo speaking.
Oke.
Dan
Tujuannya
ternyata-
biar gak tembus ya teman-teman ya suaranya.
Langsung kan
Crowd.
drafting pass-nya di mana Atlas udah ready di area tersebut.
Oh iya ntar ada Atlas ya.
Iya nih ini Atlas yang dari siluet tahu-tahu berdiri kayak begini nih keren banget, sumpah keren banget. Kacau.
Sabar.
Itu keren banget, bagus banget Atlas apalagi yang. Nah tuh lihat. Ih, di. Wih, ngapain dia
narik
sekarang?
ke draft.
Wah,
Draft pass.
keren
Waduh.
banget, woi.
Baru ya.
Keren banget.
Keren.
Ditarik Atlas.
Gue kira mau dibanting Pak.
Iya.
Woi. Lihat draftnya.
Langsung badang. First
Oke.
band badang, oke.
Oke, menarik.
Tapi Arici bagus ya. Kalau kita bicara Lancelot kenapa di ban? Dari 4 game yang dimainkan Burn Express, 3 itu adalah tank slot.
Oke, menarik. Dan terlihat senyum yang cukup unik ya dari Diablo ya.
Diablo nih bisa menjadi eksekutor, bisa menjadi umpan yang begitu baik dari band-bandannya aja gitu
Ya,
loh.
paling dia ada bilang dalam hati, aduh aku harus main hero apa lagi nih. Tamus kah nanti gitu.
Tapi ya kemungkinan ada kemana sih Om? Intinya kan Badang, Khalid, dan Benedetta.
Benedetta,
ini
3 tuh.
tipenya dia. Dan kalau kena tiga-tiganya kemana
Di
Om?
ban lagi. Ya, Tamus lah.
Ke Tamus.
Sorry, Uranus. Dia bisa Uranus.
Uranus, oke,
Tamus
ya.
bisa.
Namun kalau dari sisi RSG sendiri ada Yif yang ditutup juga. Ini bakal banyak yang kelepas sih. Novaria, One.
Tuh pada bahagia semua lihat buset. Hero gue doang nih gitu.
Terusin gitu ya,
Terusin. Ayo lepasin nih semuanya. Flash sale ini jatuhnya.
Habis nih semuanya. Ya lepas semuanya. Ya mau gimana lagi? Yang kita bilang mungkin hero-hero yang cukup overpower seperti One yang udah kena nerf berulang kali juga masih tetap menjadi ban. Ini bisa kelepas sekarang. Fredrin 100% buat RCAG masih ada. Novaria masih ada.
Banyak banget sih. Ini memang pilihan yang sulit menurut gue ya untuk Burn Express juga. Tapi daripada ngasih hero nyaman, mendingan ya target sekalian.
Betul.
Benedetta nggak nih?
Ban aja sekalian kalau pakai hero
Tanggung
lain.
kan? Tanggung kalau misalkan 2 udah di ban, 1 enggak, tadi dipakai Benedetta
Atau
2 ini percuma.
Atau kalau mereka mau ya Novaria sekarang karena Novaria cukup meresahkan ya. Kalau mereka mau menggunakan tank fighter jungler.
Ya visionnya akan terbuka, inisiasi akan susah. Tapi kalau menurut gue tetap tanggung sih.
Tanggung ya?
Iya kalau tapi bisa jadi karena kalau dilihat dari recordnya dia, Benedetta itu sempat dipakai sama RSG juga di ajang SEA Games juga. Dan itu mengalami kekalahan ya. Jadi bisa aja nih Benedettanya ternyata dilihat, oh bisa kita lawan. Kita kasih Benedetta. Bisa jadi, tapi nggak 100% juga nih, tergantung yang terakhir.
Kaja ternyata.
Tinggal target lock. Novaria.
Oke. First pick. Novaria ada, If udah dibuang, mid laner sekarang udah sering banget kita lihat Novaria, tapi Fredrin menjadi pilihan dari RSGSG.
Dan ya, Grok sudah bisa dipakai, jangan lupa teman-teman semuanya. Di grup stage gak ada Grok, sekarang kita akan melihat Grok. Tapi belum tahu siapa yang bakal mempergunakan Grok tersebut. Novaria, bebas, Valentina, Faramis.
Sebenarnya Novarianya sih yang jadi masalah Om. Menurut gua kayak Fredrin ini tipe yang akan terganggu banget nih ketika lawan
Setuju.
Novaria. Dia kan dari deket gitu kan, dan itu kebuka vision terus-terusan dan ya langsung diambil. Gak pakai lama.
Ya, tapi dengan mengambil glue seperti ini, melepaskan mungkin counterpart dari glue sendiri, Faramis. Bisa menjadi salah satu opsi sebenarnya untuk Arashi. Kalau mereka mau secure untuk Faramisnya. Karena glue ini agak meresahkan ya ketika bermain di XP lane. Memang udah di nerf dari sisi damage-nya, lawannya mungkin bakal bisa tetap stay di laning phase-nya. Tapi tim fight besarnya, Fredrin masih bakal tetap terganggu.
Iya. Dan Parsha ini dia. Benedetta-nya nggak mau sampai masuk ke second phase ternyata nih Pak.
Yap, mereka yang mengamankan.
Daripada gak main ya kan?
Yap.
Iya, daripada harus ganti hero nyaman.
Tapi tidak dengan ada Benedetta ini berarti untuk XP laner yang dimiliki. Kalau XP laner ya. Kalau XP laner ya udahlah, akan ada mobilitas yang sangat-sangat tinggi yang bisa dimanfaatkan oleh pemain-pemain dari RSGSG untuk bisa langsung melakukan mobilitas, entah nantinya rotasinya ke area mid ataupun membantu ke landing yang lain lagi yang sangat-sangat jauh, karena mobilitas di Benedetta ini kita tahu sangat-sangat tinggi. Untuk clear wave minion udah enak banget, Electro Blow udah satu garis hilang sendiri tuh minion.
Yes. Tapi kalau ngomongin soal hero power ya, oke, dia belum mungkin bisa jadi pakai Benedetta yang adalah hero powernya. Jangan salah, Burn Express juga punya donat dengan Beatrix-nya ya nggak sih Om?
Yap, setuju sih. Ini sebenarnya Beatrix juga menjadi salah satu perebutan. Dan dari sisi Burn Express, mereka bisa mainin combo yang tadi kita sudah sempat mention. Astral Recall, Astral Echo, plus Rainer Rapati. Hitbox 200% itu dalam banget damage-nya. Dan yang terakhir di SEA Games kemarin, Diablo pakai Benedetta, bawanya bukan Petrify. Mohon maaf, dia bawanya Execute.
Iya. Berbeda tipenya lah ya daripada Benedetta yang sering banget kita lihat sekarang. Tapi ya, sebenarnya untuk munculin marksman sekarang ada potensi juga nih nantinya buat RSG bisa nge-counter nih nanti marksman-nya dari mereka, atau mungkin bahkan menunjukkan sesuatu yang baru seperti magical damage mungkin di gold lane demi bisa match up sama Beatrix. Itu cukup menarik. Dan ya, pick ketiganya Parsha kawan-kawan ya.
Betul.
Ada Parsha yang udah diambil sama RSG.
Yep, cuma lagi terbang nih ferry-nya nih.
Oh, belum balik ya?
Belum balik lagi, dikejar di situ. Makanya belum kelihatan di situ kan.
Bisa.
Masuk sangkar katanya udah mau main ini Clan of Death.
Iya.
Masih terbang dia. Tapi ya, banning di Digi juga di ban. Berarti Romer memang belum terlihat sama sekali. Tapi di bandnya Digi, bukankah akan membuka peluang untuk Atlas yang bisa diambil nanti? Tapi entahlah ya, karena Novaria di sini bisa bermain sebagai mid laner juga, dan dia butuh mungkin satu hero yang bisa cepat untuk menjadi badan di depan.
Nah, mungkin pertanyaannya di sini adalah Faramisnya gimana Om? Apakah harus di-ban atau dilepas saja? Ada potensi di-pick nggak sama RSG? Jadi Romer gitu misalkan.
Wow.
Karena ya udah ambil Pasha kan untuk midnya gitu loh.
Nah ya, tapi itu dia, Groknya di-ban dulu.
Grok dibuang. Oh iya, dan ada satu informasi lagi ya teman-teman ya. Untuk di babak knock-out ini, setelah kemarin ada fix yang dilakukan, akhirnya Grok udah bisa digunakan kembali. Ada satu informasi lagi yang udah bisa kita berikan kepada kalian. Kalau kemarin-kemarin kan di grup stage Grok belum bisa digunakan kan, karena masih ada sedikit trouble lah terhadap satu hero tersebut. Tapi untuk sekarang sudah di fix problem, apapun itu aman. Grok udah bisa lagi.
Oke, dan last ban buat Arashi. Grok hilang, ini 2 romer sebenarnya yang dihilangkan oleh Burn Express. Jadi lumayan minimalis ya berarti sekarang untuk romer-romernya. Kalau mereka mau ngebuang satu romer, Martis, oke.
Martis tutup. Antisipasi jungle-nya juga, kantor Fredrin juga kan. Jadi lumayan enak. Tapi kalau ngomongin soal romer ya, ini dari yang gue lihat RSG bisa banget main Minotaur gak sih Om?
Diambil burn gak sih sekarang?
Ya kalau mau dinaik pick sekarang karena Minotaur cocok banget nih buat dari RSG.
Ya, betul. Mereka bisa main lebih sustain juga ya dengan adanya Mino. Mereka susah buat ditabrak, tapi
Bane terlebih dahulu.
Oke.
Maka Minotaur akan keluar.
Pilihannya kalau untuk gak Minotaur, seandainya bukan Minotaur, tank yang punya sisi besar juga ada Atlas sebenarnya Om, karena dia band Diginya kan.
Betul. Bisa jadi. Hero-hero tersebut bakal keluar dan Bane-nya kemungkinan akan masuk sebagai jungler sekarang.
2 hero sekaligus.
Ini marksman-nya kemana dulu nih marksman-nya? Marksman belum, romer belum.
Untuk marksman sebenarnya kalau ditanya yang safety ya dari Novaria kayaknya nggak ada sih ya. Tapi kalau emang mau yang galak bisa ngambil kayak Melissa mungkin atau Leslie dan
Minotaur
yang udah diamankan.
Kari. Wah, ini agak
Beresiko ya?
beresiko, tapi gue suka pick berani Om.
Wow.
Karena ya dia Kari kita tahu range-nya nggak jauh kan. Range-nya nggak jauh, kenanya Novaria, kena glue, escape-nya juga nggak terlalu bagus. Jadi menurut gue ini pick yang cukup berani. Dibilang resikonya tinggi, iya. Tapi dibilang hasilnya juga bisa juga.
Wehey, ada Franco yang memang udah langsung digunakan. Dan ini adalah 5 hero yang memang sudah diambil oleh masing-masing tim. Best of 5 series, knockout stage. Round pertama akan segera kita mulai. Full house untuk di MSC Arena.
Gila, penuh banget dan ya dari draftnya sendiri nih. Ya memang resiko agak tinggi untuk RSG. Dimana mereka memainkan Kari dan ada single target lock suppress yang dimiliki oleh Burnex Flash. Tadi audience prediction juga lebih condong mungkin ke RSG ya. Iya.
Mungkin karena performa secara globalnya juga kali Om lebih sering muncul gitu kan. Dan kemarin ya siapa yang tahu RSG bisa jadi peringkat gitu.
Yep.
Betul. Dan dia dua respect band yang kita bilang mahal, tidak mahal sama sekali.
Mereka lakukan. Mereka buang dua-duanya. Walaupun satu dilepaskan. Gak apa-apa. Mereka siap untuk menghadapi itu. Dan sekarang waktunya kita akan menuju ke Land of Dawn di game yang pertama, knockout stage. Let's go.
Oke. Mungkin kalau dari statistik tadi ada dari audience prediction, dari talent prediction juga, itu bisa dibilang lumayan condong ke arah RSG mungkin ya. Tapi ya kalau dilihat dari eksekusinya sekarang, mungkin tergantung god lane-nya nggak sih Om?
Yap.
Ini stiker Indo ya Om ya keluar semua. Santai bro.
Santai. Oke. Ya ini gue setuju banget ya. Dimana memang gold lane yang harus benar-benar bisa main. Tapi dari Burnex Express mereka fokusnya di gold lane ini bakal di babysit antara Franco dan juga Backtrix. Dan itu Iron Hook-nya bahkan kena flickernya harus dipakai loh.
Yep. Sementara sekarang Oki berhasil untuk mundur lagi dengan ada sebuah invasi tadi yang dilakukan. Memang satu Iron Hook-nya seperti connect, flicker udah dikeluarkan dan dia pun harus kehilangan satu gerobak. Ini hilang apa enggak nih? Hilang seharusnya.
Iya.
Cuan lah itu.
Satu. Dan level ketinggalan lawan Batrix bukan hal bagus sebenarnya buat di early game.
Sebenarnya yang masalah source spellnya sih yang keluar. Jadi dia rawan banget di ganking, apalagi dia gold laner, bahkan langsung ditempelin mau nggak mau ini.
Iya.
Web tapi gerobaknya selamat, dapat dia gerobaknya. Oke. Oki masih berhasil untuk mendapatkan satu gerobak tersebut dan udah ada Lucian Kitty di situ. Ada dua hero yang memang sudah bergabung, yang sudah bersama-sama. Bahkan sekarang Bray-nya pun hadir untuk mengamankan Kara Little Crab ataupun gold buff yang bisa mereka amankan. Disikat gold buff ya.
Meskipun connect tadi Iron Hook-nya masih bisa dipotong oleh Bray juga. Ini masih cukup berimbang mungkin untuk di early game-nya. Point retribution yang memang dipakai tapi belum ada turtle karena memang mereka masih bakal melakukan setup untuk turtle-nya.
Ya, untuk scalingannya sebenarnya emang terlihat ya Burnex Express ini suka scaling banget di mid-nya hero scaling dan Batrix mungkin dibilang scaling semi scaling karena satu item udah bisa ngasih impact. Tapi kalau band ini sekarang termasuknya scaling ya Om ya?
Iya, habis di nerf juga kan kemarin. Yang dimana sebelumnya memang itu sakit banget ketika kita menggunakan semuanya physical damage. Tembak sekali yang belakang teriak tuh. Yang orang kedua ya, bukan orang pertama.
Yang orang pertama slow, yang di belakangnya udah langsung jerit-jerit sekarang. Jellyman ada di area tersebut sendirian. ATM akankah dia bisa bertahan, tapi ternyata masih sempat untuk bisa langsung naik ke atas satu orang. Ada pedal langsung dikeluarkan, tapi Minotaur yang berhasil untuk mendapatkan karakter tersebut. Pertempuran terus terjadi di area river dan mereka belum mau pergi satu sama lain. Masih mencoba untuk dikejar oleh Diablo karena Diablo udah mengarah ke bagian atas, tapi First Blood menjadi milik RSGSG.
Terlihat ragu ya, kalau mungkin itu yang bisa didefinisiin dari apa yang terjadi. Karena nggak tahu kenapa dia mundur terus, kenapa Om? Dia dari Burnex Express kenapa ragu?
Ya mungkin melihat adanya kehadiran Minotaur ya.
Wah, sakit banget ini, ada sebuah miss move harusnya yang dilakukan oleh Donat dan benar saja. Ada benar-benar miss move tapi tertarik pula, plot-nya keluar dan partialnya pun lenyap.
Satu dibayar satu dan ini perbedaannya gold lane dari RSG nggak tumbang. Oke, kita balik lagi ke turtle tadi Om. Kenapa Burnex Express jadi mundur?
Iya, mereka melihat tadi adanya potensi Minotaur yang bisa punya Mino Rage tadi dan dibuka ternyata untuk Mino Rage-nya.
Hampir aja, tapi sekarang Lucian Kitty ada di area tersebut loh. Lucian Kitty udah langsung nge-camp duluan. Ada Bray juga yang udah hadir. Cima bahkan tidak bisa maju ke bagian depan, tapi ada satu Iron Hook menarik Bray agar menjauh. Terlihat ada Astra Recall yang langsung dikeluarkan pula. Beradu retribution di area tersebut dan berhasil langsung diamankan oleh Bray. Dan sekarang Cima tidak punya purple buff, tertinggal dari sisi XP.
Rotasinya mungkin harus ngarah ke gold lane untuk sekarang ya. XP-nya malah ditinggal-tinggal terus karena glue match up dengan Benedetta. Bukan XP yang bagus sih menurut gue.
Waduh, Parsianya connect dua kali, tapi ternyata ada game pause.
Tapi udah kena itu tadi kan.
Ya, Iron Hook-nya connect tuh tadi tuh.
Ya, tinggal tunggu selesai itu pindah tempat ya.
Iya, gamenya mulai kok saya di sini.
Iya. Sabar teman-teman, ada sedikit technical issue ya pastinya. Dan pasti akan segera di-solve lah. Untuk keadaan sekarang memang lagi dipegang RSG nggak sih, Om?
Di early yes tadi. Cuman kalau kita melihat tadi Iron Hook yang memang kena ke Parsianya, kayaknya kita akan melihat hal yang berimbang nanti ya buat di early game. Benedetta dari Diablo kali ini menggunakan Petrify. Jadi untuk tim fight besarnya mereka juga masih bakal cukup strong. Mereka punya Alecta Final Blow plus Petrify. Dan juga masih ada Minion Rage nanti yang bakal dibuka oleh Lucian Ikuti. Dan Karinya kalau kita ngelihat juga ini bebas banget juga di bawah. Tadi di early game mungkin sempat tertarik Iron Hook. Dipaksa untuk recall kembali ke base-nya. Tapi ternyata gak rugi-rugi banget ya. Mungkin dia harus kehilangan 1-2 minion kecil. Tapi dia masih berhasil untuk mendapatkan gold catapult-nya. Jadi itu masih cukup oke tadi buat Oki di bagian bottom lane-nya. Dan jangan lupakan hero power yang didapatkan atau dimainkan oleh Bray. Dia pakai Frederick itu power banget. Belum pernah kalah dari MPL SG. Dan bahkan kemarin juga sempat dibawakan oleh dia dan masih bisa menang juga.
100% kemenangan berarti ya untuk Fredericknya sendiri. Tapi untuk scalingan dari Burn Express ini menurut gue lumayan strong juga. Dan ada fakta seperti apa?
Waduh.
100% ya. Gak kurang, gak lebih, bulat 100%.
Ya. Dan bahkan dari statistik kita juga tadi bilangnya kan Arachi ini mereka kuat banget ya di Turtle ya.
Betul.
Dan masih mereka buktikan juga tadi di Turtle mereka langsung setup 4 pemain. Dan mereka berhasil untuk dapetin meskipun memang bukan Bray yang dapat itu Lucian.
Ya, yang penting masih dikuasain RSG ya.
Ya.
Itu yang diinginkan mungkin. Tapi ya untuk sekarang nih, mungkin dilihat dari Burn Express yang lebih di-press lah ya sama RSG. Tapi ada satu momen tadi sebelum pause, kalau nanti mulai mungkin kalian bakal lihat juga Parsianya udah kena tarik. Dan kenapa ini bisa fight terus-terusan di gold lane? Apakah benar karena memang XP-nya itu jadi lane mati?
Sebenarnya XP-nya memang lane yang bisa ditinggal-tinggal lah dua-duanya. Dua-duanya adalah yang mandiri banget. Kalau kita nge-gank ke Benedetta dia bisa escape. Masih banyak toolsnya lah dia. Ada Eye for an Eye-nya, ada Alecta Final Blow-nya. Kalau dari glue-nya bahkan bisa split-split daripada mereka fokus untuk numbangin nih ya. Yang di XP yang memang cukup tanky atau licin, mending mereka fokus untuk dapetin yang ada di gold lane. Dua marksman ini sebenarnya kalau ditinggal di early game gak terlalu bagus. Entah itu dari Kari atau bahkan buat dari Beatrix-nya. Kalau dari Karinya punya Phantom Step-nya, Beatrix-nya mungkin punya Tactical Reposition, cuman jaraknya gak terlalu jauh. Jadi masih bisa didapetin. Nah, tapi PR-nya buat Arashi adalah mereka harus bisa ngedodge Novaria.
Dan sepertinya mereka semua juga sudah memegang device-nya masing-masing. Tadi seperti tadi Marshall udah mengangkat sebelumnya, ada angkat tangan berapa?
Dua
ya. Oh, dua itu biasanya
2 menit kali.
Kendala
bukan,
spike.
itu dua itu kendala spike biasanya.
Spike.
Ya kan
Ada
kode-kodenya kan.
pinjam.
Kalau mereka angkat tangan nunjuk satu jari itu emang, Bu ini PR udah selesai. kata
Bukan
gitu.
dong.
Beda ya?
Salah ya?
Bukan.
Beda.
Itu mau titip absen Pak temennya.
Jadi ada kode-kodenya kan Marshall.
Ada.
Angkat tangan satu seperti apa. Kalau satu jari seperti apa, kalau dua apa, tiga apa.
Yang dua tadi intinya karena internet. Jadi ada koneksi maksudnya.
Iya.
Koneksi spike dan itu spike-nya tinggi banget.
Betul.
Dia harus di pause. Jedanya 3 menit Pak.
Nah ini dia Marshall sudah siap untuk maju ke depan dan mulai kembali. Let's go, ini dia Lane of Dawn tertarik sudah satu orang langsung ditembakin dengan Nibirus. Dan juga Donat yang berhasil kabur ke bagian belakang tapi ternyata tidak karena Minotaurnya udah kembali ke bagian depan dan juga Kari. Oki berhasil untuk menghantarkan Speedy Legwheel yang masuk ke dalam tubuh dari Beatrix itu sendiri.
Gak ragu sama sekali, Oki pakai flickernya buat maju ke depan demi bisa ngasih follow up damage. Untuk inisiasi yang lumayan bagus tadi dari RSG.
Enak banget, weh. Ada pergerakan Sikat. Berhadapan langsung dengan Oki, akankah dia bisa bertahan karena udah langsung dimasukin begitu saja. Lucian Kitty numpang lewat tapi mereka mau berfokus ke arah mana, terlihat Iron Hook-nya gak kena ke arah siapapun.
Gak boleh bermain terlalu lama juga di daerah turret. Dan sebenarnya untuk Turtle ya, ini kesempatan untuk Burn Express tapi lagi-lagi nih mereka mungkin dengan hero skillingnya nggak bisa untuk galak-galak di awal.
Nah ya, mungkin dengan adanya Bray juga tadi sempat untuk dapetin Turtle Buff, punya cema. Jadi dia agak sedikit tertinggal ya. Bahkan dari levelnya sendiri kita tidak akan melihat kontes untuk turtle yang kedua.
Oke, sementara itu turtle-nya berhasil diamankan dan juga ATM sendirian. Ada Parsha yang memang sekarang sudah ditambah beban kehidupannya. Diablo tidak bisa memberikan bantuan karena untuk ATM-nya mau berjuang sendirian, sedikit lagi yang tersisa. Flicker dan pasti selamat.
Oke, Petrify-nya nggak ada dan bottom lane. Donat kali ini yang coba mengejar karaoke dan dibalikin ternyata dengan flicker agresifnya. Masih ada Bloody Hand juga, mungkin bakal menjadi next korban dan yes, double kill Israel.
Oke, double kill berhasil diamankan sementara pertempuran di atas juga terus terjadi. 1v1 situation namun di bawah ini udah ada aksi pengeroyokan yang memang terlihat dan mereka udah berhasil menumbangkan satu outer turret.
Ya, ini adalah titik yang dicari oleh Next Flash tadi, di mana mereka berhasil akhirnya ini untuk membongkar pertahanan di gold lane. Dan ini berarti bahwa lebih sedikit lagi kesempatan untuk Oki bisa dapetin farmingan gold. Karena dia harus nyebrang, dia harus maju, dan dia harus sangat-sangat berhati-hati sekali. Jangan sampai tidak melihat adanya posisi yang hilang dari Next Flash dari minimap.
Sebenarnya kalau ditanya scalingan mana Beatrix sama Kari itu lebih late game siapa Om? Untuk jadinya gitu, untuk bisa ngasih powernya maksudnya.
Bisa sebenarnya sih siapa yang bisa dapetin free hit ya. Kalau kita lihat Donut kan yang free hit nih. Itu yang bakal unggul nanti buat di late game-nya. Belum lagi, ini mereka bisa mainin jarak. Astra Recall plus Renner Apathy nyicil duluan.
Yep. Karena tadi udah terlihat ya di saat dia lompat dengan minion Fury-nya itu kan belum memberikan efek knock up juga ya Om ya. Sampai dengan nanti dari last hit-nya. Ya? Iya. Cuman disitulah nih virusnya masih sempat untuk keluar di time break Astral Recall. Karinya udah lenyap duluan dan sekarang mereka mencoba untuk bisa membalaskan. Speedy Life Wheel diaktifkan, ada 4 hero di bagaimana, tapi sekarang untuk Diablo-nya digas sendirian, bahkan Deadly Catch pun dikeluarkan guna untuk bisa menghantarkan damage plus sedikit menghancurkan ke arah inner turret.
Wah, trade-nya rugi banget sih. Dimana outer turret ditukar dengan inner turret di bagian top lane dan mid-nya juga bisa ketahan. Purple buff dibayar dengan purple buff juga. Rotasi dari Burn Express gue ngeliat udah mulai bagus banget dari mirroring-nya.
Ini mirroring boleh-boleh ya. Di atas digas, di bawah ternyata digas. Di bawahnya emang lagi, tapi di tengahnya ini loh. Lim seperti apa yang udah lu bilang barusan, di tengahnya ini. Ini berarti di luar dari ekspektasi mereka, di luar dari harapan mereka.
Iya, dan jangan lupakan tetap sih adanya Astral Echo plus Iron Hook nanti. Trainer Apathy, itu semuanya bakal membuat hitbox 200% dan lebih menguntungkan untuk Next Flash.
Tuh ATM tuh ngeganggu banget tuh ATM tuh. Akankah dia sempat untuk berubah? Karena tidak sempat. Bakelang sudah federasi langsung dikeluarkan, tapi daripada berbeda ada satu dari langsung dikeluarkan begitu saja. Cimanya mempergi ke arah mana kalau langsung dikejar-kejar di bagian Diablo berhasil untuk mendapatkan langsung ke arah satu orang, tapi sekarang outer turret di bagian tengah pun lenyaplah sudah.
Lagi-lagi mirroring yang dilakukan oleh Burn Express, ngambil tengahnya, merelakan Perfect Turtle untuk Arasjo. Defense untuk bottom lane-nya ini menurutku memang menjadi priority, tapi kalau seandainya hancur, lane tengahnya tetap untung.
Ya. Mereka masih punya buat lane tengah ya, masih ada turret di sana, jadi visionnya masih ya terjaga lah untuk Burn Express-nya. Dari item build-nya juga Kari sudah memiliki item-item attack speed-nya. Dan ini akan menjadi duel sebenarnya untuk kedua marksman-nya, karena selama kalau kita lihat positioning dari Oki juga sangat-sangat bagus sekali. Yang intinya adalah dia harus bisa ngedodge dulu, menghindar Iron Hook. Baru dah dia bisa ngasih free hit-nya.
Yap, wih.
Ngeri tuh.
Aduh, Astra Recall Renner Apathy terus-terusan ibaratnya.
Iya, masih ada Iron Hook lagi tuh.
Iya, Renner Apathy versi magical damage.
Yeah.
Dan lebih jauh juga gak sih sebenarnya?
Betul.
Positioning ini lebih aman gitu kan. Mungkin ada satu yang mau gue bahas sedikit kayak item dari Bane-nya Cema nih. Karena tadi dia pakai Brute Force, ada Molten juga. Next-nya ke arah War X. Tipenya berarti kayak ala-ala tank slot ya?
Iya, semi-semi gitu ya. Hybrid build yang di-build oleh dia.
Ini namanya benteng, Mbak.
Apa tuh?
Baneteng. Jadinya benteng.
Boleh.
Ini namanya benteng. Jadi dia kuat di depan untuk ngebentengin rekan-rekannya. Sip ya.
Catat ya. Analis harus catat ya. Ntar kalau mau ben apa benteng.
Iron Hook-nya connect dan sekarang coba lihat langsung lencap. Seketika Minotaur pun tidak kuat lagi menahan painnya damage yang dikeluarkan oleh Donut.
Wow, itu damage-nya terlalu besar sih memang tadi ya.
Yep,
adanya penetrate juga.
Yap, dan sekarang udah mulai terjepit, tapi Astra Recall-nya dia selamat dari Astra Recall, tapi tidak karena sekarang udah mulai terjebak dan bakal Karinya udah langsung menghilang, bahkan tersisa hanya 2 orang saja dari RSJSG. Diablo dan juga Roy harus mundur ditembak Astra Recall, mereka semua harus masuk ke dalam area pertahanan masing-masing.
3 yang harus hilang, lagi-lagi pertukaran yang tidak adil. Dan bukan hanya pertukarannya, momennya nggak tepat banget karena Lordnya muncul, Petrify-nya kecepatan dan ya bisa dihindari nampaknya, bakal mau dikejar balik juga, bakal jadi free Lord sepertinya nih.
Wah, itu kerugian tadi. Sangat-sangat rugi sekali karena mereka udah gak punya util sama sekali untuk bisa mengkontes di Lord. Dan jatuh ke tangan Burn X Flash.
Oke, Burn X Flash. Tapi jarang-jarang ya gua dari beberapa. Tertarik lagi Iron Hook-nya, terus mengejutkan ya. Permainan De Franco ini. Karena kalau kita berkaca dari beberapa match yang udah dijalani oleh Burn X Flash di babak knockout. Mereka ini kan tim yang males banget diajak berantem. Ya. Diajak berantem bahkan diakuin oleh Onyx kan. Mereka ini gak mau diajak berantem gitu loh. Tapi sekarang di hari ini berbeda bos.
Mungkin lebih tepatnya diajak berantem tapi nanti pas udah
ntar dulu gitu loh.
Menit-menit ya kayak tadi mungkin 8 ya sekitar segitulah.
Ya tapi statistik sekali lagi. Turtle diambil semuanya nih sama Rashi. Tapi balik lagi Lordnya diambil oleh Burn X Flash. Terus yang kedua juga ya. Dengan di-ban-nya Lancelot dan diambilnya Fredrin. Berarti mau gak mau dong Burn X Flash mereka ngebuka kartu baru yang lain. Mereka harus pakai hero yang lain dan ternyata jungle-nya diisi oleh Bane.
Yap, sementara itu Donat bakal free banget untuk menghilangkan Invertara di bagian bawah. Di tengah akan ada serangan yang langsung dikeluarkan Iron Hook yang gak kena ke arah siapapun ATM. Mencoba untuk bisa mendapatkan ke arah Diablo, dia maju ke bagian depan tapi masih gagal untuk bisa mendapatkan ke arah Satoran dan Feather Ice Strike dikeluarkan kembali. 4 player ada di bagian tengah, sementara untuk Parsianya sendirian di bagian bawah. Lordnya pun sudah hadir di Seven. Iron Hook gak kena ke arah siapapun. Mereka masih berada di luar area pertahanan dari RSJJ. Astral Recall ditembak Lucian Kitty. Terkena 2 damage sekaligus. Astral Recall masuk, Ren Rapati masuk. Ada 1 Delicate lagi dikeluarkan. Udah hilang pula Peter di area tengah. Pertempurannya masih belum berakhir karena Iron Hook connect. Dan langsung menggila pula Oki di area tersebut. Mereka kehilangan damage per second.
Wow, tengahnya hilang. Bahkan top lane dari base turretnya juga udah berhasil dicicil. Ini dampaknya sangat bagus dari Lord yang pertama. Flickernya dipakai. Miss mungkin dari kalkulasinya. Namun
long lane pusher, like Diablo, for example. But look at that. You can see that Vertex Flash knew that this could happen. They just guessed it wrongly.
Oh, there's a bloody hunt down on the Diablo. Donut was around, so RSG, they have the information. They're going to be going 4 men all in down to the Lord and immediately bring down ATM. But unfortunately, he do have got the revive. And he, with the immortality, is going to be holding him back on. ATM, he's dead. He may be dead. RSG do not have Diablo as well.
Given the way the map looks like, no more inhibitors for RSG Slate SG. Vertex Flash read the room and understood that we can blitz the Lord. They're going to be forced to back out. We have vision on them. We're going to take this Luminous Lord and play the slow roll.
Now, that's some high-level understanding coming up from Vertex Flash, and I really love their macro. Like I said, they just guessed a wrong bush, but the idea was there. They wanted to shut down Diablo because Diablo is the remaining win condition from RSG. The biggest problem for RSG now on this defense is that they will have to commit the Feathered Airstrike. And we know for sure that without the Feathered Airstrike, you will only rely on Oki's damage output, which is single target damage against the engage comp now of Vertex Flash. That is a big problem. How will they manage their resources? When will they use the Feathered Airstrike? That's a big dilemma for RSG.
And that's what's making this all the more difficult. And that's why Vertex has so much time and space to work with.
Yes,
they now
absolutely.
have the Lord marching down through mid. It's a 5v5 defense, the siege of a lifetime. Can they start it off strong?
The shred is not quite there yet for Oki, but big snap coming from Donut, leaving Diablo with only a slip of health. But unfortunately, Lucian Kitty is not going to be staying alive for any more longer. The Lord is still at half HP. The bloody hunt connects down onto Diablo, and the entirety of the push-in from Burning Flash conquered RSG's Slate SG.
You can hear the crowd roar. The Kamai love it. Vertex Flash draws first blood.
In the last push, you saw the ultimate coming up from Sikat connecting onto 5 members. A pipe dream for Novaria players out there. And you saw how much the vision was instrumental to them hitting and landing those skill shots.
That is a big fight for Burnex Flash, and RSG unfortunately could not contain Burnex Flash rotation. Their macro game just great, and they had the answers to deal with Diablo's split push, even though that was his first time doing so in this game.
Folks, it's also the first time RSGSG has tasted the bitter blade of defeat. The whole MSC, they ran right through the group stages, clean sweeps back-to-back, but now, in the hands of Vertex Flash, they have tasted their first loss. Gideon, What do you think? Was that coming out of nowhere, or was it just as exciting given the back and forth?
I love the back and forth. I love the Benedetta, but I think Wolf put it the best. Be like water, be fluid. This is, again, the momentum. I've never seen momentum turn a team literally into a liquid. Cats are liquid, Burn X Flash are burning hard this time, almost even a forest fire. But this is only just the very first game. Let's keep that in mind, right? There is still going to be adjustments and adaptations from RSG's side. And the one big one that I personally feel that may have contributed into this is executional error on this Benedetta. But that's the obvious one, right? It's Glue versus Benedetta. You just have to guess when the Franco is going to use the Bloody Hunt to go for the eye for an eye. It's a very small margin of error compared to Glue.
Definitely. And I think that the margin of error kind of shrunk coming out from for the side of RSG's late SGs because of the fact that they decided to choose a marksman that is single target damage and then couple it up and just rely on the Farsa to go for the wave clear. So apart from the fact that they don't have AoE, they don't have necessary wave clear to kind of counteract what the pick-off comp is going to be for Burn X Flash. They wanted to go for a split pushing Diablo Benedetta. That is valid. That has worked before. But I would wish that they had more wave clear to go with that so that when they lose a team fight, at least they can split push and just clear the wave, wait for the carry to be stronger the next fight.
I think the deficit of economy between Oki and Diablo is going to be one thing, right? Because they have been putting quite a lot of resources onto Diablo. Diablo trying to push as much as possible. He's taking quite a lot of creep waves as well. So we don't really quite see that kind of funnel into Oki like other team does. They put a lot of gold onto Beatrix, like for Burn X Flash. That's what they did. They sent Beatrix to the top lane right after the first defense turret goes down. They wiped out the first tier and the second tier. From that point on, Beatrix pretty much has a snowball.
And this is off of the back of Donut dying twice in the early game.
Yes.
I think Burn X Flash just had a better look into what the mid-game spike is going to be.
A better recovery, right?
Yeah, and recovered through their minds. Let's go ahead and reward our MVP for game one.
Yep, it's going to go over to D7 on his Franco. Again, when you're comparing them, D7 versus Lucian QD, it's very obvious to know that Iron Hook makes such a difference.
Just in time, 1-0 and 9. I didn't even notice that he didn't have any death in this game. The fact that he landed at a certain point above 50% of his hooks, which is amazing, by the way. You don't get as much looks like that. And then he will, not only that, the way that he flickers in with the Bloody Hunt onto important members like onto Diablo in specific skirmishes, the way that he was able to land his hooks, it's not just about landing the hooks on the right targets. That gave them the advantage for sure.
Again, we talked about how those hooks could not matter even more in the late game, but the fact that when we caught the stat, it was at 51%. Woo! Was that his second or third landed hook this game? It was a punish, and I think that was key. I think the fact that D7 never let go. D7 said, yeah, Donut, it sucks right now. Just hold on, watch my hooks. Whoever I bite down, take him down.
Yeah, this is important. Look at the flicker coming up from Donut. It's great. And allow me to be a nerd right now for the highlights, just because of the fact that I think I'm excited for this. This is the 9-minute rotation. This is the start. He gets the hook, and now look at the pinch that will happen afterwards. They will get a kill onto this L bush, right? The pinch. Everybody's there all of a sudden, right? And you know what happens after? They are going to get the Lord. This made me break my voice because it's how great the macro was. Coming up from Burn X Flash. Man, I hate to be the nerd here, but man, they just look so fluid.
They read the room, and they understood the next step without even talking about it. I'm pretty sure if you could listen to the comms, they could have said, yeah, Lord, all together. A chorus.
A chorus, as a matter of fact. I totally agree with you there. I've never seen Wolf soil his pants as hard as after seeing Burn X Flash make that beautiful trickle down in towards Lord's side. But let's really take put a magnifying glass on the overall game, because I think at the end of the day, it's very ult reliant for the side of RSG, and they don't have that continuous cooldown that they can reliably force things out of their opponents.
And one thing to take note is that Diablo didn't go for any kind of defensive item, apart from maybe the Bloodlust Axe, which kind of counts as a defensive item if you do land the damage out. But overall, you see Diablo being bursted down so easily with just one flicker and some spells coming up from BXF is already putting him down, which is a problem because now you don't have sustain and also you don't have the valid split push.
Very uncharacteristic of Diablo, actually.
Yeah.
He normally doesn't go for third item Malefic Roar.
Yeah.
Most of the time, he would want to go and respect the opponents and build a proper defense. Sometimes he doesn't even finish the Hunter Strike.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm on a different opinion here. I understand what he's trying to do because as an EXP laner, especially when you're going up against someone like Glue, yeah, you're not trying to win the lane as hard, but they kind of do the same thing. You're trying to zone off that backline, and you're not as tanky as Glue, so therefore put all your points in attack just to threaten the life of the Beatrix.
But that's only if you're thinking about the Glue. Look at the rest of Burn X Flash. You have a Bane, you have a Beatrix, you have a Novaria.
Yeah.
That kind of greed isn't going to work, especially when Seacat, as soon as he sees Astral Echo is off cooldown, let me see where the Benedetta is. Yeah.
And conversely, Chima had a great, adjustment, I'd say. Because there was a time where he was easily bursted down during the turtle fights. So after focusing on damage, which typically you can expect that from a Bane jungle, he reverted back to defense, going for the brute force breastplate so that he can last in the middle of the fight. Especially because you have a skill for the Bane so that you can kind of bring back your HP. All you have to do is to survive the first combo and then just heal up, and then you're back in action. That's exactly what the adjustment was from Chima. Got 0-2 in the start, but recovered so well because of the items.
Yeah, and especially with the Brute Force Breastplate, similar to Alpha, you can just spam your abilities and your clear speed is rather insane, going from camp to camp to camp to camp to camp.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I really like how Burn X Flash really just approaches it. And Gideon was very much on point when he said, I saw it in my pants, because that was beautiful. And if this is how Burn X Flash is eyeing to defend their hometown, man, I'm up for the BXF train for sure. I mean, I have been kind of biased towards SG just because of how impressed I was because of how they played the group stages. But after seeing Burn X Flash like this, man, I think I'm riding the train, the Cambodian train.
Is this the way we can expect Burn X Flash to start drafting going into the next few games? They took out the Badang, they took out the Khalid. Now the Benedetta, they know that, hey, we can deal with the Benedetta. We know that Diablo isn't as comfortable, especially when we force him to build a certain way. Because unless SG brings out something new, then this might be it.
I don't know about that one, because whether it's Benedetta or even if it's going to be Joy, the margin of error still comes onto the player. There's a lot of faith that Diablo is going to be able to escape and out-mechanic his opponents, maybe even outplay them in these types of situations. But I don't know about you guys. I think we need a bit of a breather here after the momentum, especially with the Cambodian crowd. I felt that even the Singaporeans definitely felt that type of pressure. With that being said, I'm extremely curious to what exactly Mara and as well as Rabi are up to back up on the main stage.
Thank you, casters. We're here with the fans of Burn X Flash. We have Kylie and we have YB. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good also.
I love their energy. It's very good.
Now, Burn X Flash did very well for match number 1. What did you like about the first game?
អូខេឥឡូវហ្នឹង Burn X Flash បានទទួលបានជ័យជំនះហើយនៅក្នុង match 1 ហ្នឹងថាតើយើងមានអារម្មណ៍យ៉ាងម៉េចដែរសម្រាប់ការឈ្នះមួយនេះ
Yeah, I'm very excited about game 1. Yeah. I និយាយខ្មែរអូខេខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើដៃថេងគាត់គឺហុកច្បាស់មែនតើនិយាយទៅ10ដងគាត់ហុកត្រូវ5ដងឯង
Wow, he is very excited with the player that they are very good at playing that until they defeat the enemy.
Until they defeat the enemy?
Sure.
You said you're very excited. Okay, I want to see. How do you show excitement? Show it. Show it.
Let me show it.
Okay, how?
My turn.
Show it again.
This is what we wanted.
Okay, we're not gonna show that on camera, but basically that's what it is. Earlier you were doing this. What is that? Is that like a fusion? That's a heart.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a heart.
Now, Kylie, what do you want to see for game number 2 for Burn X Flash?
អូខេឥឡូវសម្រាប់វគ្គទី2តើយើងនឹងចង់ឃើញអ្វីពី Burn X Flash
និយាយខ្មែរធម្មតាយើងលេងធម្មតាទៅព្រោះយើងដាក់ឈ្នះទៀតហើយ
Simple but not simple. This is one dark quote.
Okay, who do you think is the biggest threat to RSG And what do you want done to him? Who's the biggest threat for RSG?
តើសម្រាប់ RSG អ្នកណាគេគឺជាអ្នកដែលមើលទៅគួរឲ្យខ្លាចបំផុតដែលមានភាពគំរាមកំហែងមកលើ Burning Slash របស់យើង
I think no one.
Oh!
Wow!
No one. Okay, that's a pretty big thing to say. Now, how about you, Kylie? Who do you think is going to dominate for Burnex Flash for game number 2? Pick one player.
តោះអ្នកណាគេដែលមើលទៅគឺជាអ្នកលេងខ្លាំងនៅក្នុង Burning Slash ដែលយើងគិតថានៅវគ្គទី 2 ហ្នឹង
មិនមែនមួយហើយក៏មិនមែនពីរប៉ុន្តែគឺទាំងអស់គ្នាតែដែលល្អជាងគេគឺ D7
Wow! He said that not only one, not only two, but all the player.
All.
But the most one is D7.
Oh, D7. Why? What is it about D7?
តើ D7 ហ្នឹងគាត់មានអីដែលមើលទៅអស្ចារ្យឬមួយក៏សំខាន់ដែលយើងគិតថា D7 គឺជាអ្នកដែលលេចធ្លោជាងគេ
មកពីពេលដែលគាត់លេងទៅគាត់លេងដោយវាយរែងដល់ពេលអញ្ចឹងទៅគឺគាត់មើលទៅខ្លាំងយកមក
អូខេបកប្រែខ្លួនឯងតោះនិយាយ
Because he playing rain right now. He doesn't nervous.
Okay, you're tricking me the entire time. I thought you couldn't speak English. All right, but wait. We know you were pointing out earlier that somebody special is here for D7, right?
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's D7 girlfriend.
Oh, D7's girlfriend.
We have D7 girlfriend here.
Come on over here, D7's girlfriend. Come on over. By the way, we see Mirko right over here. Mirko, just a quick thing. How is your IG, your Instagram right now?
It's gone. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Okay, guys, what happened there?
I don't know. I just drew some teams.
Guys, don't be mad at Mirko for the team draw. Let's put back his IG. Now, everyone's saying that you are the buff for D7, that D7 is stronger because you're here. How true is that?
Okay. គេលើសូថាយើងគឺជា girlfriend របស់ D7 ហើយគេថា D7 គឺជាអ្នកដែលមួយលេងមួយដែលខ្លាំងមែនតើតើវាពិតអត់
Yeah. But
Yes.
Yes.
We say yes. D7 is the greatest one.
You are so beautiful. Now, before we go back to Burnex Flash, can we get the crowd? Help us. Get the crowd to cheer. We want to see your energy.
Okay, the
for
cheer
them
for
to
Burnex
have
Flash
energy.
របស់យើង
Go
បាទ
ahead.
បង្កើត energy
You
ឲ្យ
lead.
មក
All right.
I
You heard
love
it from
it.
them. It seems like Burnex Flash will dominate from that energy. So how about let's go to our casters. Let's take it back to see the world.
Thank you, Mara, and also thank you, Ravi. It's good to see the career caster that looks almost identical to Kyrie.
No, it was Kyrie.
I mean, it was Kyrie.
It's Kyrie KH.
It is Kyrie.
Kyrie KH. Literally can't tell the difference between the two. Great to see that they are still in high hopes for Burnex Flash to wash out RSG, but we have to come down to the adaptations here. Now, let's talk about this a little bit because I felt like in terms of the draft, there were a lot of potential pain points, but it all comes down to margin of error rather than the draft itself.
I definitely agree with you. I think it's not just about the draft for sure. I mean, we can argue all day about the draft, but what I noticed that they did is that, at least for Burnex Flash, that they had the better macro. And for RSG, State SG, what I noticed in the group stages, they also have good understanding of the game. It's not just about them just trying to win a team fight. They tried to split the map utilizing Diablo in these kind of heroes. This time, that didn't happen. They tried to engage all the time, and they were punished for it.
And it seemed like they were going too fast. I think I presented.
That's also true.
I presented this question earlier, right? Like, abstract, you've seen them season after season after season, and even I said, "Hey, look, this is too fast. They're not trading towards anything."
Yeah. They're just... I'm not too sure whether they are just eager or perhaps nervous. I mean, it's the first game for today. Burnex Flash, they're just playing the heck out of that. And I think that they will be able to keep up to that momentum and just ride on to the wave. What is RSG's answer to that?
Personally, for me, I think Coach Kuja has been in this position many, many times when he sees his player really just not only just feeling nervous, but trying to deal with the raw momentum coming out from Burnex Flash. You gotta calm down. You have to be more situationally aware because a lot of those pincer maneuvers that we see from Burnex Flash were honestly, they could have just pulled away from it.
Yeah, there were so many times that they could have gotten away. Just just split a lane, maybe get some defensive items so that you'll last longer. Try to focus on minions when you're not winning. So yeah, definitely, it's just that the decision maker from RC is not at par with their decision making during different stages.
Something else to note, coming in from game 1 with Bernex Flash on the red side winning. We're getting closer to a true 50-50. Prior to the knockout stage, we were sitting at 51 and 49%, with blue still getting the advantage. Now, again, with red being all the more a better drafting position, as was mentioned by Coach Zico earlier, I think we can finally see, I was gonna say, maybe some change in the sides, but what's going on?
Well, they decided to go like that. I think that RSG is quite confident with the way that they're drafting. Maybe the Frederick will not be the first pick now for RSG. Maybe something along the lines of a Joy, perhaps, or maybe a Valentina, which I think was kind of... It was not.
It was left open.
It was left open. Wow. Okay. Rare times. Also, Novaria. We have to talk about that hero because clearly Bernex Flash made a good use of that hero because of the way that they drafted the Beatrix plus the Franco, the greater hitbox, and of course the vision that they get out of it.
With having just the Novaria and Beatrix itself, we saw in the middle lane, right after the Bloody Hunt, they made full use of that. They have the damage to fully capitalize that catch potential from R7.
A slight adjustment coming in from RSG's side. They are banning out blue within that very first phase instead. Does that mean that we're going to see a different opening from RSG?
100%. I think there you go, the Novaria. So I really like this adjustment coming up from RSG. ATM, although he wasn't really like making the biggest plays whatsoever, on a theory, the lineup of Bernex Flash worked because there was a way to zone out the damage dealers coming up from RSG. Carry had a bad time just because of this glue.
All right, if that is the case, will we be seeing it once again, right? Going, instead of playing the traditional front to front, we're looking to front to back and maybe looking for those side angles. Arguably, even the Beatrix early steal away from the side of BXF.
100%. I think the Beatrix will be picked up here to go with perhaps a jungler, an early jungler, maybe along the lines of maybe they snatch a Frederick or Valentina plus the Beatrix.
Oh, yeah, I do like that. The Valentina. Oh, no, you were right about, we were right about the roles, not right about the heroes. It's 1-1 and Frederick.
We didn't notice.
Yeah, we didn't notice because it was banned out by RSG. So how do you answer this? You don't have a Farsa to kind of deal with it. Maybe somewhere along the lines of Lolita late into the draft, but for now it's going to be the Martis for RSG.
Wait. Eugene. Does Diablo have a Phobius?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You gotta ban that out if you are Bernex Flash.
I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that a lot, in a matter of fact. But the fact, at the end of the day, at least we know that Bernex Flash, they want to play a traditional front to front, right? You know, hit that front line, and then slowly, once you get rid of it, go in towards that back. Frederick is really good at it. More importantly, he's also considered a flex pick in these situations. He could go into the EXP. So it's really up to RSG to kind of pose the question rather than coming up with the answers.
Oh, it's the Valentina. Gonna talk about that earlier on. So far, I believe it was the Martis that RSG's they picked up as their third pick. The thing with Valentina is that it's the matchup between Novaria and Valentina is not as similar as a Valentina v Eve or a Valentina v Farsa, because the ultimate of the Varia is not the main damage dealing ultimate that you get. Surely you want the other, the vision whatsoever, but the real damage comes from the Astrosphere, right? So you cannot copy that for your Valentina.
Or better yet, the fact is maybe Valentina can even turn the tides if she, I don't know, steals an early decimate from Ray and then looking to take out multiple targets we've seen aggressive teams potentially do towards at least the 3rd or 4th minute.
I think right now having the Valentina itself is already a big pressure onto RSG, right? Telling them, you know what, if you want to go for a roam pick, what kind of roam you want to go for? More on pressure in the early game, or do you want to actually give us big ultimates? As right now, Bernex Flash, they already shown their cards. They would want to play front to back. They want to find a way to unlock the 1-1 to make sure that every single one of those weakness points are popped early.
Look at this. We talked about Lolita, right? It was banned out. Understandably so. But now we're talking about Phobius. And this is a very Filipino way of drafting for Bernex Flash, where maybe the 4th pick for Bernex Flash is going to be perhaps a roamer. Then they reserve their last pick for a potential like Esmeralda, so that when they do give up the Phobius, they have another layer to counter it. So that might be the answer here. I feel that Burn Splash will last pick their ATM hero, get the maybe something like a Franco perhaps actually if it's open. Yeah, I think you go Franco here for Burner Splash.
Yeah, no, and this is also an attribute to the fact that they have that flex pick right at the very beginning.
Right.
So this is why when we see Fredrin right at the start, you have that possibility of the Esmeralda later on. But we come back towards RSG side, right?
Yeah.
How do they deal with this? Because at the end of the day, even if they don't get, let's say they don't go for the Phobius, there's pretty much nobody else that really can deal with this Wanwan.
Yeah, 100%. I think maybe a Yuzhong, but that won't be the best. They picked up the Novaria. Great damage on the 1-1 for sure, but they have to have a way to kind of lock down the 1-1. So I'm thinking Minotaur might not be a bad decision, but could be
for Roamer. But then
Roamer.
again, if anything, the Roamer and the XP between those two, it's the XP that has to be the X factor. It has to be the unique pick.
The Arlot is not available. Is not picked out just yet. It's been leaked out throughout all of the band picks.
Yeah.
Diablo is able to play an Arlot, and there could be a possibility that RSG from the previous game they played the teamfight comp. This is probably the time that they want Diablo to initiate and funnel more onto Oki, onto the Beatrix.
So it's the Bane instead. So that's a confirmed XP lane Fredrin. Now for RSG, I think they need to secure Franco. I was about to say Franco because it has great synergy with the Beatrix and the Novaria, as you saw in the previous game. So it's definitely just a mirror move from RSG, like they steal the heroes. Wow!
That's
Whoa!
right. That's the Jawhead making its debut pick, and I have heard down the grapevine that Diablo's packing heat. This was possibly one of those. Wait, are we sure that this is an XP lane? Yeah, that's gotta be an XP lane, Jawhead, right?
I don't know.
I
it
don't
could
know.
technically go into the jungle so you can get early, like
That's also
again,
true.
get
That's
an
also true.
EXP lead, like a massive EXP lead to keep this 1-1 in place. And then the Atlas to follow up with Burn Splash. They got the counter engage for team fights.
I last saw a Jawhead XP that really hurt in ranked games. This is gonna be this is gonna be an acquired taste.
Woo! Okay, so I think that it will be the Martis in the jungle, and then you have the XP lane. You have the XP lane Jawhead. I don't know if it's great versus the Fredrin because Fredrin still has got a knock-up. So it means that your smart missiles might be easily countered by that fact. And also there's a dash from the Fredrin which you get you get easily. There's so many ways for you to dodge the one-shot combo in the early stages of the Jawhead. So I'm not entirely sure if that will work, but hey, this is Diablo. Right?
It's
Who am I
Diablo.
to say?
Right? I thought the same thing every single time I see Khalid and Badang.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
handsome devil.
He's a handsome devil. He
So,
knows what he's doing.
Here's the question as well. Now for Burn Splash, battle spells.
Oh, you're right about that. The battle spells is going to matter, but Leo, take us into the land of dawn.
That I will. Here we go. If Burn Splash is able to ride that momentum, they'll be sitting at match point, putting RSGSG way more deeper into that back foot. Let's go and see, finally confirmed. Yeah, no, it's a basic 1-1. It's the Inspire 1-1. So yeah, if Diablo plays his cards right, he can burst down this marksman.
So I haven't seen a lot of Jawhead fights going on. I haven't really seen a Jawhead versus a Fredrin. So what kind of matchup should we be expecting here?
Yeah, like I said, right? It's also unfamiliar to me. I feel that you have a massive wave clear on the Jawhead compared to a Fredrin just because of the fact that you have the smart missiles. But like I said, you can dodge the one-shot combo of the Jawhead. So what he does now is to actually put some influence in the mid lane instead.
That's a rotation coming in from RSGSG, and the answer from Burn Splash. It's a man-to-man defense, 2-on-2 up top.
Both of the gold laners from RSG and Burn Slash, they don't really have a lot of health to work with. As long as a single team from either side decide to really commit to bring down the gold laners, I think that is going to be quite a momentum shift.
And because of RSGSG obliging down bottom, Chama and the gang find a window into taking that small camp. So it's a mirrored movement. So far, no major economic gains on either side.
Yeah.
So I think we're back to square one. I can say RSGSG has reset.
Yeah. By the way, just for the benefit of everyone, let me take you back to January of 2022 when Donut made waves in the Southeast Asian Games qualifier for the Philippines, where he played the 1-1 with the Inspire. He made it famous.
Yep, that was even before it was a thing.
Exactly.
So a year and change into the metagame, and right after Donut debuted it, suddenly it's one of the worst nightmares in pro play. Once more, folks, do bear with us. We want to make sure that this game is as enjoyable for our athletes, for our competitors, as it is for you watching. So let's wait for our marshals to give a signal to give you a better idea as to what may be getting fixed up here.
Yeah.
Timer should be coming up. Now, we have talked about how the 1-1 should be solved by RSGSG, right? They did open it up. But now, what can they do with their Novaria? Because all the pressure is on them. If you can hear it from our microphones, folks, everybody's cheering for Burnex Flash. The room is orange. Well, literally and figuratively, if you know what I'm saying. But RSGSG, the pressure's on them. They now have the power pick of the Novaria.
Surely the way that they should be doing this is for pickups. Just really almost the same as that's how Burnex Flash did it.
The main tree, right?
The main tree, exactly. So you want to be fluid, you want to be constantly just applying the pressure on specific parts of the map as 3, or maybe, you know, utilize your jawhead to also give some damage, to output some damage. Problem is, I don't think that they have enough tools to go up against the 1-1, right? Surely you can theory craft that maybe if they get a bite with a Bloody Hunt, maybe they clear out the 1-1 so easily, but it's not going to be easy.
I understand that Jawhead has a gap closer in his ultimate, right?
Yep.
However,
Unstoppable force.
Yeah, however, it's not necessarily that far range either. Unstoppable force still needs to be relatively close. And looking at Diablo's emblems, he's going for the high and dry. Very possibly he's looking for first item, second item, offensive item.
That's right. Bladed Heptases,
for sure.
likely. He is going to have to play off of his flicker timers. And yeah, you mentioned high and dry, previously known as, now called the Master Assassin. I think Burnex Flash knows. Burnex Flash understands that that's going to be the dynamic. And I wonder if they have the front line for that.
I think the kiting game is going to be pretty big and huge for Burnex Flash.
The main front line for RSG might be Beret with this Martis. That's probably your source. And it's kind of, you can outplay the Atlas with that, but because what you want to do is to just either just stay in front, force out the Atlas to use flicker or perfect match in undesired ways, but that might not be enough, you know.
Folks, in case you're wondering, when was the last time we saw Jawhead and of course that cute little girl, Ayn Henry, is M4 actually. It was in a matchup between
RQ
Hoshi. There you go. It was against RQ Hoshi.
Okay.
It was Onic who picked it. I hope this is a clearer picture for all of y'all. It was Onic and RQ Hoshi in the Rome, I believe. Wouldn't want to put it anywhere else. And it was in the lower bracket semis. That was earlier this year.
So essentially, Diablo all by himself have given MSC 3 debut picks.
That's right.
And if this wins, 3 must-ban debut picks.
Yeah. Technically, Diablo has 100% win rate heroes, right, so far. Specific picks. Like Khalid is 100%.
Right.
And then Badang is 100%.
That's true.
And if he wins this, another record for the handsome devil.
The handsome devil.
El Diablo.
El Diablo.
Right. You just added L to the first of his name, but yes.
Hey, it means something, right?
El Diablo Guapo. That's the handsome devil.
Is it guapo in... I don't know actually. Is it guapo in
Spanish?
Is it guapo in Philippines? In Filipino?
Yeah. Let me
guapo.
double check that. All right. Let's talk about how Burnex Flash is the secretly most aggressive team. Surprisingly most aggressive team here. First in overall kill participation. So together, they want to burn.
Yeah, together they achieve a lot. And that is actually pretty evident in what they did in the previous game. It's not just about the aggression, it's also understanding the map. They're not only aggressive when it comes to kills, they're also aggressive when it comes to like spreading their influence in the map.
Great toss onto D7, but unfortunately that did not yield much dividends. D7 is still capable to join into this upcoming teamfight for the very first turtle. But for RSG, they're coming in from all sides. ATM doesn't really have a lot of help to work with, but he's not going to be the jungler at all for now. But Martis, first one down. That means the retribution is not around. 1 for 2, 2 for 1 right now. This is big.
Oh, big money going over to Burnex Flash. An amazing trade, 2 for 1 plus a turtle on the way out. And this gold lane being a deadlock is good for Burnex Flash despite all the action down bottom.
Yeah, just because it's a 1-1 and now you can see Donut's special. He went for that play, the aggressive play, because D7 already scouted that long bush on the right side. So he knew that it was a safe way to kind of be aggressive and force out Oki to use the flicker.
Now there's a hook!
And of course, immediately with a bloody hunt down on the D7, Oki expanded out of Neighborhood's passion and brings him down.
About a minute and a quarter until this next turtle. So far, ATM and Diablo not moving. Here's that question, right? Earlier we asked, what's this matchup like? I didn't expect it to be such a dead lane.
Yeah, it was pretty much. Because why this is probably because of Diablo. What he does is just to clear out the waves, then get into the mid lane, right? You want to roam around the right side of the river, and he's not really trying to fight the Fredrin. And I think that's understandable. Remember when we first studied the draft, Fredrin v Jawhead, you thought that Fredrin will have so many ways to kind of outplay the Jawhead. So Diablo says, okay, I'm not going to be able to kill you, and I'm just going to get to the river.
Yep.
Perhaps.
What's the advantage if you don't exercise on it, right? It's just like, okay, you're winning. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave.
In the meantime, up in the bottom lane, it does seem as though Diablo spread a little bit too far as they were looking for an assassination attempt. But it does seem as though they were the one assassinated instead.
Wow, this is so poetic. They countered. The Diablo wanted to go for the proxy too early, far too early. Seagat was ready for that, and he copied the Decimate, just like Gideon theorized in the drafting stage.
Yep, and here's one weakness that a Jawhead has. He has no way to easily get out.
Yeah,
a lot of sustainable XP laners, well, sustainable is already an accepted part, an expected part of being an XP lane, has that in their kit, but no, D7 survives!
He goes for the flicker out of the hands of Lucian Cutie. The fight is going to be split into two, but the main thing is Bray went for ATM. ATM ran away with just a sliver of health, while Bray finds himself down on the ground, finally in the coffin.
Well done, Chima. You were probably you thought that ATM would die, but because of the fact that the deadly catch was there, the knockup was more than enough to kind of slow down the pace of both the Martis and the Jawhead. Two heroes that can immediately eliminate one hero, but because of the deadly catch to counter, they slow down the pace. They were able to get the turtle out retreating this Bray Martis and then win the battle afterwards.
But it does seem as though D7 went for a single man pickup onto Lucian Cutie with the fatal links, and Donut finds himself with the weakness proc onto Roy. Roy doesn't really have a lot of help to work with, but Bray moved onto the backlines with the Decimate down onto Donut and connects from Roy onto Seacat.
And that's an engagement that Burning Flash thought initially they won, but so far, it looks like there was more space for them to move around closer to mid. And of course, the capitalization from RSG. The past 2 to 3 minutes, I'm guessing RSG is at home here. Despite the early kills on Diablo, and of course, Bray having a tough time being one of the main frontliners. This off by Lucian Cutie!
Right underneath the turret, and Roy comes in from behind. Gets the Astro Sphere sniped onto Shamar, but it's not quite enough to bring him down, unfortunately.
All right, so this confirms some of our suspicions that early on in this game, that Bane in Shamar's hands will still play very, very sustained. Now ATM very low.
Oh, unstoppable force onto ATM. This is probably the third time that ATM.
Oh!
Speak of the devil, I thought it would be the third time that he runs away, barely breathing. But D7 continues to move on forward with the fatal links that connected on to Roy
run,
and
Roy,
Diablo.
run!
Roy, do you even have the time? Will you be able to run away? But no, wasn't able to do so. Seacat joins himself in and brings him down. Oki came in a tad bit too late and wasn't able to capitalize that three-man group up.
Buying time for this next turtle take. It looks like RSG understands that they're also playing on a timer.
100%. I really like that play from Oki. It's really underrated because what he did was to clear the wave. In fact, focus on the lanes so that they can defend their bottom lane turret.
Oh, the bloody hunt down on the Seacat. Diablo as well. Lucian Cutie is just going to be appearing right behind on the main line of Burnex Flash. But Atlas comes in. He will be able to get a kill down onto the Jawhead. ATM finishes off Diablo, finishes off onto Bray. As such, no retribution. This is the second time that Bray did not manage to get much from the turtle.
Oh, here is me thinking that ATM will not have a good time in this game as the X-Blade favorite, but my oh my, he survived once again, was able to pop the ultimate after the fact that they already received so much damage coming out from RSG. Then they win the turtle fight once again, and it was ATM just landing the perfect usage of the taunt so that they will catch 2 people, and then of course Chima will be the one to deal of damage.
Ikuti face checks into the brush where Shamar is, but at least it's gonna be A-okay. He's not dead just yet.
Alright, it looks like RSGSG's comfort earlier in the aggression in the trading was going for them, but wait, D7!
It doesn't seem like the Fiddling didn't march onto Diablo, but the entire team of Burnex pushed themselves on forward in order to secure the second tier.
Was that an unstoppable force dodge?
Yes, yes,
that
it was
great.
It was a pushback.
Pixel perfect.
So yeah, this shows that Diablo has been using this. This shows that Diablo knows the extent of the kit that one Jawhead has, and as I was saying, right, this false sense of comfort that RSG was allowed to have, given by Burnex Flash, is now going to hurt more as we go into the mid-game spike. Because yes, you are getting hooks. Yes, you are missing out on these massive fatal links, but re-engage potential is huge on Burnex Flash right now.
100%. Really liking how both teams are playing. In fact, it's like RSG almost losing the entirety of the early game but recovers. But now the recovery was back in the hands of Burnex Flash, now being aggressive. This is the Cambodian aggression we were talking about. It was also 9 minutes in the previous game, so maybe now this is the timer for Burnex Flash.
Something I'm wondering is Bray slowly getting overloaded, because again, it's odd to say that as a Martis, you're one of the first to face check, you're one of the first to actually front line. Don't you want to be a finisher too? Because again, Diablo's having a hard time as well.
Well, unfortunately, that is the draft decision coming out from RSG. They went in for a killer type of XP laner, which kind of means that all of the vision that you need, all of the presence or the front line will now come from the jungle. Surely they have the Navaria for extra vision, but nobody can check the bush all the time except the Martis.
And now with this power spike, again, that 9-minute timer shows that Burnex Flash are making moves on the map, and RSG Slate SG forced to respond.
Bray has been spotted out, but a mortal call gets himself running away. Burnex Flash now have got a priority over the Lord, and I'm pretty sure that RSG will not challenge this.
Akun Bong says Burnex Flash is as free as it gets. Lord scored by them. Again, it's shades of game 1.
With the fatal link down and connect on the Ikuti. Ikuti expends the flicker and gets himself out of the hands of Burnex Flash.
That was interesting. I could have sworn Lucian was gonna die.
Yeah. But then again, this is still a massive win. Oh, that's massive. They know where Diablo is. They can smell him.
They know! As Diablo immediately tossed ATM backwards. 4-man poker game. Down at the bottom, all in.
Oh, and D7 survived also. Does have the immortality, and now it's going to be safe. And again, another good macro play coming out from Burnex Flash at 9 minutes. Once again, just like in the previous game, they were able to get the first Lord by utilizing D7's presence. Just a perfect match, and the second skill is enough. The first skill, I mean, is enough to fend off Bray, especially because the rest of the gang will not be prepared for the defense of the Lord.
Oh,
yikes!
One good thing is at least RSGSG are getting their resources. There's waves coming in, there's XP, there's gold. But at what point can we see this actually swinging closer to equal, right? This gold lead shrinking. It's at 6K right now, and they're gonna go for the top lane push.
Good hook coming in from Ikuti in order to bring Burnex Flash into and within their walls. But it doesn't seem like he will be able to do quite much right now, as Ikuti is going to be taken up at the front line. Bray as well as the whole lineup of RSG moves on forward. Burnex Flash with 2 casualties.
Oh, there's the answer. The simplest way to go from point A to B, the straight line. Defend inside your base, have the strength of your artillery, meaning your inhibitor turrets, and punish.
Yeah, it's really just telegraphed coming out from RSG, and you can see that Burnex was definitely overstaying their World Cup on the base. Look at the defense. Look at how good the Bloody Hunt is. The
whip clear is so fast coming in from Burnex Flash. That's a 4-man rush down in the mid, and Shamar just needs to throw out the baby chunks.
Yep, and they understand that they flubbed that push. They understand that that siege could have gone so much better. So now, this is again recovery mode. The first time in a while that RSGSG are on the offensive. They've left their base, and they're making plays on the upper quarter.
Okay, so now it is RSG's lane definitely survived the first part of the
I'm not too sure about this. Oh, never mind. The amount of damage is
What?
actually
What?
amazing
What?
from RSG.
Whoa.
But ATM, they even have to use the conceal in order to get that movement speed. Oki is now in safe territory. He's around Ikuti. He's around Bray as well. Unfortunately, Diablo, I cannot say the same for him.
1-man fatal links.
Yeah.
That is just vengeance. That is just punitive justice.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that they traded for Explain, honestly, Burning Splash are really very happy with that trade. Even when they lose, when they have lost their turret up top, the fact that they are not getting punished is going to be good for their lineup that snowballs now. But my oh my, Donut. You gotta be careful with your positioning.
Yeah, no, Roy is slowly coming online at about 13 minutes in with this Luminous Lord spawning. That gold lead shrunk by about a third, now sitting about 3.5k, closer to 4k. This is as close to 50-50 as it gets for a Lord this game too.
Hey. I'm not too sure about this Lord's dance, but it seems as though losing Cutie is just going to be starting things off with a hook down onto ATM. But next Flash threw everything out, or rather, they got themselves out of hiding. RG knew that that will happen.
Shama with the pull, but the majority of Burnex Flash members are very low, and there's Ikuti with a fight!
And it doesn't seem like that. Take that back! Every single one of the members from RG and Burnex Flash, they are going all in! Wobble combo, Ooga Booga, Donut is not good! And Donut is just gonna be struck down. 4 man from the side of Burnex Flash, taken down while Oki, the only fatality.
Donut Airlines failed to take off, and RSGSG capitalized. That's a Lord over to the Singaporeans, and Burnex Flash suffers 4 deaths.
Lucian Beauty with a wonderful snag, and even after the knockup coming up from the Lord, it was a great setup for the Fatal X, but they didn't have damage because you can see that Oki was intact with the Fatal X, so he was able to still output the damage. Burnex Flash suffered to the mysterious fashion, and afterwards they wanted to die onto Donut, but Roy was there to stop Donut from flying, and we are going to see it in the instant replay once again.
And it started with the bite. It started with the bite. And they tried to go for the clap back, right? Oki was just so well placed. Donut was late 2 seconds.
Yep.
That's why he couldn't take to the skies.
Exactly. And Roy on point with that Astral Spear. And now maybe Donut will eventually think about maybe getting something like a Rose Gold Meteor, in fact, so that at least he will survive the first burst coming from RSG.
Yeah, got a pair of pants.
Got a pair of pants.
That's not the Legion Sword is not
yet
a Rose Gold Meteor item element.
So that might be one of the considerations now for Burnex Flash. And big props to Oki on actually that fight. Had it not been for Donut having the Wind of Nature, it would have been perfect for RSG. He still managed to win the fight for the team though.
As now D7 goes over to the back line, they manage to catch Oki! And that is win condition from RSG taken away. RSG knew that they can't exactly take this fight, but Diablo is still sticking around somewhere. D7 has scouted out on the Diablo. They're making a full-on retreat. Where's the damage from RSG? Can they even stay on for this fight?
Oh, but look at this, the angle from Lucian Cutie coming in with the fight!
Flicker! As well, the bloody hunt! Roy takes a kill down on the Zona with a Decimate, but Roy coming in from the side, he immediately wants to throw off with the Astral Spear. Because from the T-Cat, not the ATM, not the right person that he wants, but at least both sides, they have tallied out the fight. Oki's coming back, but Donut not quite yet. The Flicker, or rather Diablo, is just immediately jumping right in, and they manage to catch one. T-Cat continues to stay in the team fight. Shaman is just pushing everyone else out. Seeker with only a slipper. He does have the immortality, but I don't think that they got any much ways to actually catch up to him.
So sweaty. Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure ATM's life just flashed back before his very eyes. Same for Seacat, but luckily he had an immortality. This all started with a conceal into a bloody hunt play from Lucian Cutie. He bit down on Donut, the perfect target. That's visual right there.
Oh, that was a massive win, I would say, for RC. Even after the fight that you saw that they lost the Diablo afterwards, but they actually popped important immortalities. For example, popping out on Seacat. ATM doesn't have his own immortality as well.
Seacat inside his base!
Exactly. And this means that, theoretically speaking, RSG, SG, they will have more resources heading into the next Lord.
I think that's safe to say. Here in Cambodia, they drive on the right side of the street. This time around, how about you flip that around, because it's the Singaporeans now who are in the driver's seat. They're about 1,000 gold ahead. They have vision, and they're first to the scene, and now ATM!
They can actually melt him down!
They popped him!
Oki's damage though!
And literally, you can see Lucian just literally checking the bushes with the iron hook, and he found the fruit. And that fruit was ATM.
That's just the cute one, just doing his job.
Oh, for
so
sure.
far. thank you for your service. He's sitting at 0, 2, and 12. If in game 1 we won off the back of these 7s, Franco, maybe RSG can get this!
And Fatal Links is just gonna be connected down, but unfortunately they will lose the opportunity to challenge the Lord. But right now, losing Ikuti, he drives every single one of the members from the side, but next flies away.
Wow,
and Diablo
what a toss.
throws him away. And Oki takes the kill down onto Donut. Bray leading the charge with Oki onto the artillery. Roy is behind as well. They are shoving the entirety of Burnex Flash away.
The cute and handsome connection.
Handsome connection.
Did you see that?
Diablo with the injector to defend his teammate, and that actually put Donut in a very bad spot. He was, not only did he save his teammate, he got a kill for the team. My god, the handsome devil.
The kind of utility there you can find from a Jawhead, but perhaps we'll be able to see a little bit more. As Lucid Cutie drops off with the Bloody Hunt on the D7. D7 goes behind the 3-man Fatal Links. Expended the immortality coming from the side of Bray and Lucid Cutie. CCAT continues on through with a double decimate. He puts himself down with the Winter Drunken. It's gonna be his A-OK. But Burnex Flash, they lost 3 inhibitor turrets, but at least they survived this game.
Bye! That's 3 in Kamai! He got triple kill, and now there's another fight!
They want to continue on to this fight. Diablo joins into the fray, tossed ATM away, but D7 wasn't able to continue from this fray.
Alright, it's interesting how RSG is so pick and fight, despite just there being 2 left. Oh, this is a 5-man push! This could be it!
A 5-man push right down. D7 wants to cross the in-between, and will want to stop Roy as well. Double from doing anything at all. The deadly cap pushes right on, and Donut have it down on the crystal!
And in a flash, Burn X Flash take us to match point.
Momentum is not on their side for sure. They've just lost the Donut, their main win condition. But the local player, D7, says, I won't rely on an import to win this match for myself. I'm gonna take it. 3-man Fatal Links of the most important one, taking out Oki first. And they won it.
And it's an absolutely spectacular game.
It's spectacular.
I still can't believe what I saw. That CCAT jumping on to 3. Decimate.
That's big. And the amount of time for RSG to even recover from that, there just wasn't any.
Okay, maybe it's the fact that RSG didn't need to recover, made them think they can win more, and overstayed in mid.
They have the advantage. The main win condition, the 1-1 wasn't there.
That's right, it should have been the green light.
That was definitely green light, but they definitely doubted the fact that the Valentina with the Decimate is actually pretty deadly. Typically, you want to go for a steal on the big ultimates, right?
Bloody Hunt
whatsoever,
yes.
But Decimate, who would have thought that it is enough? By the way, you convert to magical damage anyways, so you are definitely deadly.
Gideon, what do you think?
I think this is one of the big trivia questions everybody's been asking, with a single question being posed by RSG. The answer back from Burn X Flash, and every single time you see a cool play from one of these roles, the opposing team will do exactly the same. You thought Roy was a problem? CCAT's the problem. When you think, okay, he's going to make it out of there, then you see 1-1 push back. It's a beautiful day for Mobile Legends. Yeah. But at the end of it, Burn X Flash at match point, you can see the look on the cute one's face. Yeah. They played out of their minds. But it's a very, very small margin of error here. Wow. So small.
And you know, you can argue about like all of the theories that we have when it comes to the macro, when it comes to the gameplay. But in the end, it was just one Fatal Links connecting and the chain of Decimate that happened. So there was a lot of like good stuff that both teams did. That's very smart plays, especially with both of their conceals. But in the end, it was, you know, just having overload of the Fatal Links, it will be enough.
Let's look at our MVP here. It's going to be CCAT. What a game, a saving play right at the end. When you think that it all was about to crumble, CCAT is able to bring them back from the brink, and finally he's able to get something going for him. I've been waiting for CCAT to make a play like this for so long, but notice even his items, making sure that he has that Guardian's helmet. He does not want to get one shot.
Yeah, no, not just. He also wants to keep up the engagement. He will steal an ult, get in there, take 2 or 3 seconds off, and then fight again. That's what we saw from CCAP.
It's like an endless rotation that
Yes,
you
exactly.
want to see from CCAT. Go in, come out, wait for a while, go back in with the same rotation.
Well, I hate to use a word that I already used in the previous game, was fluid. So macro-wise, they were fluid in game number 1,